Riku! Axel! Vincent! Sir Venom!
Strahd is dead, and the black obsidian obelisk that holds together the demi-plane of Barovia is shattered. The world around you feels different. The air shimmers. Of hope, prosperity, opportunity. You can almost feel it in your grasp. Whatever it is, the oppression feels broken and serenity has begun to filter into the land. Even the mist in this space flees. A place that should not be is about to become undone. As you swiftly retreat from Strahd's inner sanctum, climbing the rope back up through his coffin, you find yourselves in his tomb area. Irina saying, I never thought I'd be free. You find yourselves here, blade still alight, Riku in your hand, Casimir with the dark obsidian blade in his, looking at it, staring at it into the depths of whatever it holds to him now. Tears of relief stream down Irina's face. Small, quick sobs emitted as she says, I can leave. I can finally leave. We can all go. She begins to fall to the floor, the sobs of relief turning to sobs of grief for all those she's lost across the many lives, the pain inflicted upon her by Count Strahd von Zarevich. Does anybody try to catch her?
Yeah, Riku would console her.
Just give me a quick dexterity saving throw, just to give her catch her by her shoulder or whatever.
Sure, one sec. I'm just opening up all that stuff. Is it a dex save?
Yeah.
That was a dirty 26.
Damn. As you swiftly come forward, you hold her up. You actually not just catch her, you swiftly sort of get underneath one of her arms and prop her up, and you're able to hold her to your shoulder if you so wish.
He wishes.
Van Richten steps forward and puts a hand on both of your shoulders, you holding her as she sobs into you. And he says, we don't have much time before we're expelled from this place, before the mists themselves consume what never should have been. And this is how Darkon was, taken in roughly a day before I found myself wandering a road near Neverwinter. I suspect the same will be true of this place, sorts of wave a hand around, indicating the castle. If there are things you wish to do, we should do them swiftly before we can never return. She looks up at these words. Go ahead.
Oh, turn to Octavian and be like, when we're expelled from here, do we get shunted off all different places, or do you think we'll all still be together?
He sort of shrugs and says, I suspect if we leave together, we will be together. But where we will find ourselves, I know not.
Oh, that's exciting.
It's one way to look at it. And Irina says,
gets a little giddy since he's not he doesn't get out of the house much.
I don't even know where I could end up, so if it's okay, I'd like to stick with you lot, at least for, I don't know, until we reach a large city. Would that be acceptable?
Of course.
Yeah, all are welcome in the real world. I have a question.
I have no true home
about the because our friends out there were fighting a big battle. You think all those monsters have come to their senses and stop fighting, or are they?
We should go check on them, shouldn't we?
And Rudolph Van Richten says, my understanding, and this is what happened in Darkon, any forces of evil contrived by the Overlord simply seemed to die, stop ceasing to exist. It was odd. It was as if they were all automatons who had suddenly lost their magic. Strange coincidence in this case, but one that we was positive nonetheless.
All right.
They might be hurt though. We should Sir Venom just thinks he should go check on them because he has a whole bunch of healing magic.
Sure. Why don't you take Casimir and go check in with our friends, and then the rest of us can split up and go loot this bitch. I know I would probably see how many books I can get into that hole. Can we get the hole? Get the hole out?
Sure. Riku's like, you want to see my hole?
Yeah, yeah. Show me your hole.
There you go.
Casimir speaks up as you're pulling out the chest, and you use your spell prestidigitation to produce the chest and therefore the hole in the chest. And he says to Rictavio and a lot of you, I would like to see the tomb of my sister. Should be quick. He sort of points up the stairs. Her last resting place was rumored to be within those catacombs.
Okay,
And
which
at-
character said that?
Casimir.
Casimir. Okay.
And at that,
Yeah.
Irina speaks up and she says, and I would like to see Ismark. Rictavio, what will happen of the Martikovs? He sort of looks at her and looks at you all and says, please call me by my real name, dear. It's Rudolf van Richten. Rictavio was simply a guise. No more do I need to hide behind that. With that said, I suspect the Martikovs will fade into the mists with everyone else, only to be consumed into memory. He sort of glances you, Sir Venom, a look at that. Only those who know they can leave and who have been unbound to this place will be able to leave. The same was true in Darkon. Only Esmeralda, and his voice cracks as he says that, and I were able to leave that land. Ismark will find peace, but my belief is that his fate is tied to Barovia. And she looks sad.
I'd go like put a hand on Irina and be like, if they're all, only gonna be, if they're gonna be returned to memories, they'll be in the realm of my queen, and she'll take good care of all of them. I promise.
She looks slightly heartened by that.
Slightly.
And I turn to her and Casimir and be like, all right, should we go? We'll check. Did you want us to come with you to your sister's tomb, or did you want to do that on your own?
Whatever you wish, Kaz says
Well,
as he simply sheathes the sword.
Sounds like he can handle it himself. You can go check in with the people, Sir Venom, and then maybe I know Vincent and Rudolph are best buds. That's his. He said that's his real name, Rudolph.
Rudolph van Richten.
Rudolph. Okay, Mr. Van Richten. You guys can go look places, and then Riku can take the young lady here, and then I'll just go wherever.
well, wasn't Irina just come with me, because it sounds like we're going to the
Oh
same
yeah, that's
place.
true.
Okay.
That way Riku is another set of hands looting.
All right.
We only
Then
have, we only have 24
I will.
hours to loot this entire castle.
Yeah, that's why we got to split up. So me and Riku. Actually, I'll go with Riku. I guess we gotta use the buddy system when
Axel
possible.
begrudgingly.
But yeah, I do want to
He
stop
drew
by.
the short straw, getting stuck with Riku.
I do want to go to the library again and get a bunch of books. So I don't know how long
Sir
that's gonna
Venom
take.
just kind of side eyes him at that. You're surprising me every day. I didn't know you'd want to go to the library and loot books.
Well,
Didn't
the
see
value
the
of
type
them.
Axel.
I don't care much for reading. I just want they were rare, I think, when we went there, and
That
Riku
makes more
thinks,
sense.
I wonder if there's a book of teleportation circle locations
yeah,
on the Sword Coast.
Axel,
Wouldn't that be convenient?
living in
Right.
Waterdeep, Axel once read a story about a duck that looted a library and became very wealthy from it. So,
Yeah, you all were laughing.
It's funny. It's funny, Axel. You know that story was put out by none other than Volothamp Gedarm, an individual known for tall tales and frivolous stories.
yeah, well, Axel, all he has is his comic books as a young lad.
Was the magic duck your favorite superhero?
No, there was this very strong but quiet type named what the fuck was my name?
Not Nacho.
Victor.
Not Dorito.
Was I Victor?
You were
Yeah,
Victor
you
and
were Victor.
Volkmar.
Victor, yeah. Victor, something about him, he was very
Just seemed
jacked,
cool.
and it inspired me to also begin exercising and wrestling.
In the basement?
I didn't have a basement. I had to wrestle in the streets.
Oh, bummer.
And Yeah, for lunch money.
Built a lot more character, I suspect.
Yeah, lost an eyeball doing it. Big deal.
Gotcha.
Sucking hard, Riku
Uh,
says.
but yeah, let's split up and you know, do
Okay,
our
so for
thing.
clarity, where is everyone going again?
Sir Venom and Irina are going to check on the crew out front. 'Cause he's very worried about his were-raven friends, especially since they were left with a bunch of filthy undead.
Okay.
And then I think everyone else is staying to loot.
Yeah, Axel and Riku are gonna start at the library, and then Vincent and Rudolph are gonna do whatever the hell they want.
It's Sir Vincent. He's a
Sir
knight.
Vincent, Sir Vincenzo of Turtle.
So what I would say is, as you step up out of the area that you are in immediately, is an enormous set of catacombs, each with its own door set into them, all of which have now flown open, their contents visible to all. And like I said, this room is enormous. There are dozens of catacombs.
Holy shit.
So this is like another treasure room?
I mean, they're all treasure rooms at this point. All of the doors are flown open and unlocked. Any secret doors that exist have been disengaged, and you are free to explore at your leisure.
Wow. Sergei von Zarevich. Was that his brother?
That was his brother.
Probably some sweet stuff in there. Oh, just random question. The when we fought Strahd, that like NPC that he had killed with the spears, if we had killed him before the fight, would that have taken the spears off the table?
Rahaden?
Yeah.
Yeah, something would have been different, is what I will say.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, no, that's a fair question.
I feel like we're gonna have a lot of questions for you after we leave Barovia about
I would
what
say that
could
you
we
should
have
save
done?
your questions to the end of the
Oh no,
campaign.
yeah. Oh,
actually.
the whole thing.
This is Act 1 of Act 3
All
that
right.
you are completing at this point. So
All right.
Look at this crazy fancy shit over
Alright.
here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean, we can start wherever, Riku. I just want to at least, you know.
You all of a sudden hear like the Flintstones noise when they use the cars. Riku just starts running out.
All right. Well, I can have the ability to catch
Let's
up
start
to
opening doors and see what's what.
you. All right.
okay. Let me bring myself to correct place here within this. 84. Okay. So you would just like to start going through the individual catacombs, basically?
Yeah, we'll start here. Why not?
Okay. The closest ones to you are numbers 37 and 38. They have lying on a marble slab in the center of this crypt is the corpse of a man with a long light beard. Clutched to his chest was a wooden staff. The staff is a non-magical quarterstaff. You can tell just by its mundane nature. It's actually starting to rot a little bit. But it is the tomb of Grailmore Nimblenobs, Wizard Ordinaire,
Nimble
and
Knob.
Nimblenobs.
The Nimble Knobs?
The Nimblenobs. There is a compartment, however, that is open with a black leather case containing 3 spell scrolls.
I'm gonna get a notepad open.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you be our scribe.
Oh, those are
In-
some
Okay.
beefy spell scrolls.
In the other one are 3 dead hellhounds, the stench of brimstone and burnt fur spilling from the crypt. In the darkness, where were once 3 glowing pairs of red eyes, are the dead hellhounds, and this would be the tomb of General Croval Mad Dog Grizzlek, master of the hunt, leader of hounds and men. There is a broken spear in 3 pieces of equal length, but again, appearing to be rotting for the most part, so you suspect non-magical.
Okay.
And those
I
are
mean,
just the 2 closest.
The the use of the word suspect makes me suspicious. It makes me think we should take this stuff anyways.
Oh boy.
Feel free to take the suspected stuff.
But you
Riku's just
got the
gonna move on
spell
to
scrolls, right?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Riku takes spell scrolls.
Okay.
What about here?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna try to do this relatively quickly as we go through each of these. That
I
would
know
be
this
number
is gonna be a pain in the butt for you.
36. That one's empty. Contains nothing
Okay.
of interest. The next two closest to you, Riku, so the ones to the left and the right to the north there. Again, that would be an individual, and I can give you all the lore here, but in terms of treasure, only one of them holds anything, and it would be a rusty crowbar. There is a pouch containing 25 platinum pieces and a scroll of magic circle.
Ooh, magic circle and a scroll is huge. Because that's that gets rid of the 10-minute casting time, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Probably. Wow. So
Or the 1-minute casting time.
can we just say that like I'm gonna just like pop my head in on like all of these and see if I find anything?
Yeah, Rudolph told us we have
Totally.
basically told us we have 24 hours to before we go move on. I guess could we just like say we want to check out this whole area and then you just
Yeah,
decide how much time that would take out of the 24 hours or whatever?
Yeah, what I would say is it's going to take quite a while to investigate all of the tombs and all of the rooms within the castle if that's what you wish to do.
Yeah, after
Um,
I heal our friends outside, can I recruit them to help us loot the castle?
You
Well-
can, but that might ensure that you're not necessarily given something.
Yeah,
Maybe the Were Ravens, because I feel like they would cede all the loot to us.
Sure, if that's what you would like to do.
But
Yeah, I
you
think
mean
we
that,
can.
like
I
if
think we could just do it ourselves. It's fine. We could just split up.
yeah. I will break off from now that I see what Riku's doing. I will I will start on the opposite side of the room.
Okay. I'm going to drop all of the things from the catacombs in particular here. There are a number of odd catacombs, such as Indri Sik Valu. He spurned wealth for the knowledge he could take to heaven. Stefan Grigorovich, first counselor to King Baron von Zarevich, for instance. Many of these crypts, actually, as you begin to explore them, are empty and they do not hold anything of value. However, many of them do hold things of value, and I'm going to give you as much of that as I possibly can. You find some things such as tiny gemstones being worth several hundred gold, an interesting looking sword, not rusted, beautiful, as a matter of fact, an electrum spork with a bejeweled handle, a thin layer of gold peeling off of a desiccated corpse, probably also worth several hundred gold. And you're able to begin to toss all of these things into the bag. As you do so, you see many dead bodies, all quiet at this point. There is also, I'm just double checking this. There's a
You
deck
see,
of
when you say like thin layer of gold, what do you mean? It was like dipped in gold?
a thin layer of gold, like almost like a blanket that you're able to sort of like peel back and off.
Okay, it was a curious thing you said there.
you say we
Um,
found a spork.
Yep.
I heard that.
That's kind of where I got caught. I didn't know they had sporks in I was about to say the lands between in Faerun.
All right, I've almost got all of the treasure here. There's one more special item. There is one staff in particular, and this would be in the 15th crypt. So that would be 1, 2, 3. That would be this one here, up in that one. A skeleton draped in rags lies atop a marble slab in the center of the crypt. The skull has black opals set into its eye sockets and shards of amber where its teeth should be. The amber and the opals are each worth a significant amount of money. I will give you those. And I will also say that as you get close, the pillar underneath, or the slab of marble underneath, begins to shake and tremble, and a staff materializes onto the marble slab and hovers in place. Who would like to touch it?
That looks magical.
Yeah,
Um,
someone definitely grab that.
yeah, Sir Venom.
Would he be back by now? 'Cause all I wanted to do was just like go to the front, heal up anyone who needed it, and then come back to loot.
So let's say that we can do that in just a moment. I'm going to say that you would not be back by now.
Or you guys can leave it for Sir Venom too, because he'll be back. If you want him
Is it
to
like
touch
a Does it look weapony or does it look like a staff?
It looks
like,
magical, like a
wizard
magical
stuff?
staff.
it. Ooh.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
I'll
we want to
definitely.
wait
Magic.
for
Yeah,
I mean,
Sir
there was
Venom.
there was a sword that was already mentioned, so I mean, I would leave any sort of like staffs to you for for now, since you don't really have anything crazy,
I
or
will touch.
anybody else.
I'll
Looking
touch
for
the shit out of that staff when I get back from healing everyone.
Okay. So that's everything in this area.
Okay.
How much?
Did that include the these like the vaults, his brother's vault, and this cool room to the right?
So in terms of the cool room to the right, this would not include those two rooms. Those two rooms actually don't seem to have anything of significant value. The north coffin holds a beautifully sculpted life-sized wax effigy of Strahd's father, King Barov. The south coffin holding the skeletal remains of Strahd's mother, Queen Revnovia, covered in a tattered white shroud.
Oh, so they're just like the fancy places.
Yep. In regards to Strahd's brother's tomb, that would be Sergei, a beautifully carved statue stands in each alcove, a stunning young man flanked by two angels looking as polished and new as the day they were placed there. In regards to any sort of treasure, there is one thing, and as you look into the coffin of Strahd's brother, you notice that his body is encased in beautiful plate armor.
damn. Um, well, I mean, don't you already have plate, Axel, or you probably want more?
I can't wear plate armor.
I don't think any of us can.
Yeah. I mean,
mean,
we
we
know
know
it
it's
it
worth-
sounds fancy though. We should.
You know it's worth something, right?
Yeah. Let's scoop it.
Sure. I mean, fuck it. If we got the hole, throw it in the goddamn hole.
Vincent, can your guy wear armor, or is it just like your AC bonuses when you're not wearing armor, but you have the option of wearing armor?
I don't think his turtle can wear armor.
I don't think I wear armor.
We could sell it.
Yeah.
Probably like,
Plate armor
We are
by
gonna have-
itself is 1,500.
This is probably magical plate armor.
So if it's fancy, then it's fancy.
We are gonna have more gold than we are gonna know what to do with.
Oh, we'll figure out stuff to do with
Well,
it.
you're gonna, yeah.
He has a couple
At
ideas.
some point, are we gonna basically, we should just accumulate all this, turn it into gold, split it up,
let's
and then go on a
let's
shopping
wait till
Yeah.
let's loot first. One step at a time.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yep.
In totality, then split it up, and then we go shopping when we get back home.
Yes. The
course.
whatever this
We'll
group
think
is
we all
want to.
named, that's only been together
know.
for 2 weeks. We're a communist party.
Sir Venom, you swiftly head up the stairs, going up towards the front. You actually meet a number of individuals as they come around a corner, and you can see that they're sort of like carefully torch lit, beginning to explore the keep. It would be several of the were ravens led by a number of the revenants, the knights of the Silver Order, who are undead. And they appear before you in the form of Vladimir Horngard in particular, who says, "Our vow is fulfilled. The devil is dead. His minions have ceased all activity. I can feel my soul being pulled back to Argynvostholt and the beacon of hope and light. I may not last long in this place. There are a number of individuals who have been killed by the looks of it, as well as a number of injured people. If you would like to, you may cast some sort of level of spells to bring folks back up to where they should be. But just give me an Arcana check or a History check. It's up to you.
I still have 10 spell slots. I've rolled a 14.
Okay, Arcana. Based on these words, they trigger a thought of, oh, he's being like you don't need to heal the revenants. One, they're undead. Two, he's being called back to his home, most likely forever.
Also, it's an intelligent undead, so I'm holding back some mean words. Already.
Fair enough.
The
And
Venom is not a fan of the undead being
and,
cleric of the Raven Queen.
and as you look across these two Barovian villagers, some of these were-ravens, it strikes you once again Rictavia's words, Rudolf Enrichten's words. These folk are tethered to the land. You suspect that they will not be able to leave with you, and that even if they are injured, those injuries will cease to be of importance soon enough.
I'd go and I'd at least like make sure everyone's not gonna die before Barovia disappears.
Okay.
I
And
want,
you're able
I want
to.
all the memories going to the Raven Queen to arrive intact.
Fair enough. What I would say is then please go ahead and expend a few different spell slots, up to, I want to say, 8 levels of spell slots across whatever levels of spells you would like, for healing, and then ceremony for a number of them because there are 2 or 3 people who are near death. So ceremony is a level 1 spell. Is that correct?
Ceremony I think is level. Where is it? I have too many spells. Do I have ceremony prepared?
You used it recently, I think.
Like,
Yeah, you
is it a
made
ritual
Vincent
spell?
you made
It is a
Vincent
ritual spell.
whatever.
Oh, it was probably I probably took it off while I was messing with the level up.
If you don't have ceremony anymore, that's okay. What I would say.
But I mean, technically, I wouldn't have been able to take it away, right?
Yeah, that's like one of the in between level stuff I never remember, to be honest. If you don't, or did you call it something else? Raven Queen's Divine Feather?
No, I just checked and I must have turned it off while I was playing with the spells. I'll take off. I can just take off another spell and put it back on.
Okay. So I would say expend a casting of ceremony for your third level, your last third level slot, and then it looks like you've got some second level, some first level, a fourth level, and 1 fifth level. So go ahead and burn the fifth and the third and second and first.
I burned I think 7 levels already before you
Okay.
mentioned ceremony.
Okay, no, that's good. That's fine
So
then.
I'll just, yeah, I think I'm at like 9 spell levels now.
I think it was 8 for the healing and then 3 for ceremony, so 11 total.
Okay, I'll do one more first level. Okay, there we go. That should be 10 total.
Okay. And you're able to spruce up a number of individuals. Those who are near death and who you can see slipping into the beyond before you're able to get to them, they're actually amassed in an area and their hands are being held by some of their comrades in arms in the courtyard itself. And as you approach them and cast ceremony, you send their souls to the beyond, some of the first Barovians to move past this land and the mists in 10, 30, 50 generations. You know not, but you know that Irina has lived 63 lives. And so they are some of the first to hit the Shadowfell and the bowl that is the city from which you come.
Oh my queen's gonna be so pumped. I'm sending her so much cool shit.
You do get a guidance for the rest of the day because of this. You get just a D4 for any skills,
Oh, nice.
and that is a gift of your queen.
And then,
Um,
once everyone was all healed up, I'd go back to the boys.
okay. You guys have now completed the catacombs. Would you like to explore other areas of the castle?
How long did it take us to loot this area?
Room by room, catacomb by catacomb, there are 40 different spaces to explore. If you were to spend 2 minutes exploring each, I'm going to say it's nearly an hour and a half.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right.
Fine with that.
Yeah.
That would, and then if we met up with our friend here, we'd be like, "Hey, there's a staff over there. You should probably go touch."
Yeah. Go
Would you guys
touchy.
like to be identifying
really?
any of these objects?
I mean, I'll.
Maybe
I
like
mean-
look at
Yeah.
everything first and then identify it.
Vinny wants to look at the what kind of blade was it? A beautiful
It's just
blade,
a beautiful blade. Here, let me
like
see if I
a
can find a
sword
picture.
or a knife or a.
Oh, it's a
Like
sword.
what
It's a
size?
it's a
Oh.
long sword.
I'm
Long
in need of a
sword.
new sword, so I'll look at the blade and see if it interests me.
Okay.
While we walk around, I'll identify it.
Do you have the identify spell?
No, I just meant like look at it. Isn't that
Yeah, I mean, you pick it up. It is immaculate looking. The multiple gems set into it. It's funny, actually. 2 of the gems have cracks in them in the hilt. The third is intact, however. The blade is almost assuredly magical. You can tell that it would be able to cut quite a bit of material. If you wish to attune to it, you may do so.
yeah.
Okay.
At this point.
What would happen if I cast mending on the cracks and tried to like repair the sword?
You can try to do so.
I guess as Vincent's like taking a look at it, I'd see the cracks. I'd be like, want me to try to fix those up for you?
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah. And I'd take the sword and try to cast mending to heal the cracks on the gems to make it look super fly.
Yeah, you make the gems whole. It actually makes the hilt feel a little bit sturdier in general. You think that its magic will hold. As you hold it and you continue to explore this over the hour and a half, you are able to determine that it is a luck blade. And that means that it gives you a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. While it is on your person, you also have a +1 bonus to all saving throws. And it has 1 charge left due to the 1 gem unbroken of the wish spell.
Oh shit.
So is it is it a great sword, long sword, rapier, scimitar, or short sword?
Longsword.
Long sword. Got it. Cool, guys.
Dude, a charge of wish is pretty fucking big.
Can you wish for more wishes?
Do you guys wish to who is going to touch the staff? Is that something that was going to happen?
Sir
Yeah.
Venom was.
Sir
Sir
Venom.
Venom.
Let me just find that again. Oh, I need to give you that treasure too. Okay. The first creature to grab hold must make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, please.
He's got that. Does that guidance?
You're good at con, right?
Does it?
So 18.
That is 1 better than what you needed.
Hell yeah! Thank God I got that
Wonderful.
guidance.
Real.
It's only with the guidance that you got that? The guidance is
Yeah.
only on skill checks, not saving throws.
Oh, then it's a 14.
Okay. I need to roll up a little bit of damage. Because this is not actually caused by Strahd and his minions. This is caused by the wizard and his spirit in this
Oh.
instance.
Uh-oh.
Should have like
Let's-
removed the curse. I have that spell, don't I?
It is going to be 45 points of damage.
Oh, I'm down.
Woo!
And you see that as he does this, he is struck to the ground through a flash of lightning.
Where
Riku
was he when he
used
went
would-
down?
That would be number 15. So that would be let me show you where.
Use healing
Right.
word to get him back up.
Right up in here in this middle one. Oh no, wait, sorry. Right up in this one right here.
Oh, okay.
I'd use healing word to revive him.
Okay. And you do so without issue.
Okay.
For how much?
I get up like shaking, like rubbing my head, and be like, "Ow! What the hell was that?"
7 HP. Well, but it looks like you got zapped.
Yeah. You can see the like my hair standing up on ends, like I was just rubbing a balloon, all static electricity.
The staff you can touch, you're actually holding it. Like when you fell over, you were still holding it, and it's now on your body, and it does not electrocute you anymore. So it has whatever trap that was attuned to it dispelled.
I take a look at the staff. What does it look like?
That's a good question. It looks like my only worry. Well, maybe not. Here, it looks like this. It is beautiful.
Ooh.
Black, but not obsidian in the same way that the
Ooh.
spire or obelisk was. It is incredible looking. Seems to hold quite a bit of energy to it, arcane energy to it, and it has runes written across it.
Can
Well,
I
damn.
can I read the runes?
You can make an arcana check if you so wish.
I know abyssal, common, and infernal, because I don't think my 2 is gonna do
Yeah.
it.
No, so I'll give you this. You recognize the runes as they are giant script in particular, but yeah, you don't know anything else about this.
Riku's like, now that you seem to have disarmed whatever was going on there, I can take a look at it for you if you'd like.
Sure. I go
Alright.
to hand it to Riku. But then as I hand it to Riku, I want to play a prank on him and cast Minor Illusion to make it look like he's getting struck by lightning from it.
Riku jumps
So
back.
as I hand it to Riku, electricity like jumps out and goes through his body.
What the hell? That didn't hurt.
I just like giggle a little bit, like sorry, couldn't resist. Here, that was just me.
No
And I
time for
hand
that.
I hand him the staff to read the runes or identify. You can do both, can't you?
Yeah, I was gonna identify though. I'm gonna use that like over 10 minutes as a ritual.
Okay. And as you
Ooh, and
identify it,
while he does that, I'm gonna get detect magic up as
okay.
a ritual.
Yeah, it's definitely magical. The staff itself is a staff of power.
Ooh.
Oh, get the
Isn't
fuck
that what
out of
Zeus
here.
had?
Yeah. I thought maybe it might be that by the image.
That's I didn't want to like
Damn.
get my hopes up.
Well,
'Cause
these
that
are
staff-
two insanely strong items right off the rip.
The staff of power was like busted.
Yeah.
But it was
That-
also like,
That luck sword is
Nice.
no slouch either.
yeah.
I mean, you
Nice.
guys have earned your rewards for killing
Right? Dude,
Yeah.
we took down
Count
Strahd.
Strahd.
Riku's just fingers crossed now that he's been seeing all this crazy loot show up. He's like, I hope there's something that can fly. I hope there's something that can fly.
Don't you already have a crazy cool magic sword?
Yeah, but he just wants to fly. That's his next goal here.
Cool.
Sir Venom like stretches his wings, be like, yeah, flying is pretty cool.
Let's so when we got down here, we just kind of like teleported here. Now we actually have to find the exit. How do we
Oh, I can't even use the staff of power. says
Why?
requires attunement by a sorcerer, warlock, or wizard. Is that
So
going to
none
be
of us
like,
can use it.
or is that, are we going to stick by that rule, or is there something
I
that Sir
mean,
Venom can do to be able to attune to it?
it,
Some type of like entreatment to his deity.
So both of you are so what I will say is, Sir Venom, you are an Arcana cleric, correct?
I am.
There is a chance that you might be able to use it. Riku,
Oh,
as a
he's a
bard,
wizard.
you tap into the same mystical and magical arcane energies as those other three spellcasters. What I will say is that you are in unique situations to learn how to use it, whereas maybe you normally should not be able to do so. It will require some level of cost, however.
I think I'd be okay with that.
worst case scenario, we could always like sell it
Multi-class?
and then just well, not sell it and then
Yeah,
just
right.
get something that
Maybe take
a
a
cleric
level
thing.
in warlock.
But yeah, how'd you get upstairs from here, Sir Venom?
I point to the stairs that I came down.
Well, is
Okay.
there a door here?
There is, yeah, and the door's open. And as you guys are getting close to those steps, once again, you've seen that Casimir is at his sister's tomb. Tears had been streaming down his face, and he exits. Rictavia was holding a large sack of coin, basically dragging it across the ground.
Whoa.
And he looks up at you all and he goes, "Did you know that Petrina Velikovna had 250 platinum pieces, over 1,000 gold, several thousand EP, and even more silver and copper?" And he sort of like points at the bag. He's like, "Can we put that in that chest there?"
Yes.
200 platinum. Well, how much
Yeah,
is 200,000?
boy, Ricky.
Wait, how much is 200? Well, how much is a platinum?
A lot.
A lot.
Okay.
I thought we had a lot when we had 25 platinum.
Yeah. Okay. Can we fit it?
You can fit it. You can fit all of this stuff into the hole. The hole's big enough.
Hell yeah.
Don't worry, I got the list going, boys, on a notepad.
All right. Damn. We're just getting
And
started. This is one area.
you see Casimir sort of look to Rictavio and he says, "Do you think we could keep some of this for us to, maybe talk to somebody at a temple like we discussed beforehand?" And Rudolph Van Richten sort of says, "Yes, of course. Lads, can we have 100 of the platinum pieces to, I don't know, we have our own designs and desires here for some of this."
Mm.
I mean, of course, there's so much gold and loot. I think that should be fine.
Yes.
100 platinum.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, they did help us kill Strahd.
Yeah, we'll sort that out once we leave. Riku,
Yeah.
he's like, but we got to keep it somewhere, right?
Yeah. We're gonna
Okay.
bank it for now.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
Where would you guys like to go in the castle?
Oh,
Should we head up these stairs and see where this goes?
yeah. I was gonna say, how should we do it? Should we just go room by room or go where we know where we've seen loot and then
We could
go from there?
go to the teleporter and then go somewhere else real quick.
Yeah, that could take you to the library, and then
Yeah.
we could take the teleporter
Yeah,
somewhere else.
we could split up
You could
from
do
here
2 and
maybe
2.
a little bit.
All right.
True.
Well, let's see where these stairs take us. We don't.
'Cause I don't care about books. I want weapons. I'm a fighter.
Okay.
Or relics. Cool.
You just got a
trinkets.
sword.
A 6 sword.
I know. I'm just saying. I don't care about books.
I want money.
This
I need a
takes
magic
you.
bow now.
Let's just
Need a
put you
magic
over.
bow to go with my magic sword. Come on.
You
Archer
guys are
Greaves.
over here
Find some Greaves.
to commit some grievous crimes.
Greaves are like shin pads.
What? I thought it was the arm thing.
You're talking about
What is
braces.
that?
Yeah, you need bracers.
Oh yeah, the archer bracers. Bracer art. Whatever they are.
So again, all these doors are open. I'm just gonna like open a bunch of things here for you so you can see everything. You have come up the stairs on the south side there, and you can see what would be an ornate dining room one way. You have an alcove back behind you. Some of the injured are actually in that room recovering still in the dining room. But otherwise, actually, you know what I can do? I can just do this. I can remove the fill. There we go. So you can see the full map. And you can explore all of this without issue.
All right. Um,
Yes, I still have detect magic up. I guess I'd like wander around until I get like a whiff of magic.
Okay. On the first floor here, it's funny. There's actually not a lot that's going to be magical. The entry hall had gargoyles that have fallen and died and shattered. The dining hall, the organ in the back would have been magical, but it seems to have begun to dissipate. And as you look around, you can almost see some of the magic off the walls beginning to dissipate because you suspect the entire keep itself is in of itself magical.
Oh, but it's starting to like fade away now that Strahd's dead.
Exactly.
Ah,
Um, as you let's see, as you reach, what's the distance on detect magic?
yeah. Let's see. 30 feet.
Yeah, if you go into the chapel, you will eventually get some magic. But other than that, in this space, there is no more magic.
So I said
And
check
in the
chapel.
chapel, you can. Finny wanders away. As you are in the chapel, you see two things: an icon of Ravenloft. It is a statuette, and it holds what you believe to be some sort of radiant magic associated with it, as well as a corpse. And this corpse would be a cloaked figure is draped over the altar, and a black mace lies on the floor near its feet. The mace is magical.
I'd grab the little statuette and the mace.
Okay. And you do so without issue.
Good. I only have 7 HP. I can't handle another lightning bolt trap.
It's one of the few things that could actually still hurt you. Okay, cool. I think you're good with that. If you would like to have those identified, you may do so. And I'll say exploring the first floor is another hour or so.
Was that the only? Was that mace and the statue like the only loot in the first floor?
Yeah.
Okay. I come back and show him to Riku and be like, "Look what I found. You'll have to check these out when we have time."
Okay. You want me to do that now or later?
I mean, we're on a time crunch. There's no real rush, right?
Sure, the castle's totally not disappearing around us.
I mean, if you want to, if you think we have the time to identify them now.
Cute shrugs. What's 10 minutes?
Sure. Yeah, let's check them out.
Okay. Takes you 20 minutes. And you're able to tell that it is a icon of Ravenloft and a mace of terror.
Ooh, I remember the Mace of Terror. Icon of Ravenloft. Let's see what that is.
And in fact, it's not just an icon of Ravenloft, but you can see that as the magic of the castle is ebbing away around you, the magic of this item is shifting it to morph into an icon of the Raven Queen.
Ooh.
So
Hey,
same
what the
item,
fuck?
just
You can use cure wounds at range with this thing?
Oh shit.
It's nuts. And that's not a normal cure wounds. That's super strong.
it requires attunement. So at some point, you guys here, you guys are gonna have to start choosing items to attune to. Is kind of the idea.
Yeah.
I'm already there.
The Mace of Terror is dope.
Yeah.
I mean that
Ooh, that's 2 orange wondrous items I have now.
what's
Is
it called?
Best in slot.
Vincent might find more use from the mace than the luck blade. The luck blade's just good to have on you for the bonuses too.
Yeah. We need to find Vincent a good, like, another sweet rapier for
I
close
think he
range.
wants a bow.
He needs a
Yeah.
bow, not a
Hit
rapier.
all his attunes.
Any more swords should go to Riku. The sword guy.
I still think the whip flavor. I would love Vincent with a whip. That flavor would be really cool. And I have to choose
He wants,
between
I
the
guess.
holy symbol of Ravenkind and the icon of Ravenloft. I think that's an easy choice. This holy symbol of Ravenkind, this seems very specific for just Barovia.
Figure that out afterwards. Let's keep
Yeah.
going.
Let's keep looking.
Okay. You want to go upstairs?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. Let me remove the fill on this map as well.
We also gotta find that woman with the.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
find her. Still by the
girl we
library.
found.
Yeah.
So this is the second floor. You can go up the stairs. Which stairs would be
Have
the
we
best?
been here? It looks so weird. Like.
You've
Yeah,
you've
Oh,
really
okay.
not actually been here. Most of this floor you actually left almost entirely unexplored. This first room would be an audience hall, and so hundreds of dust-laden cobwebs draped the hall from ceiling, hiding the ceiling from view. Directly across from the window stand a set of double doors in the eastern section there. Those are thrown open, and you can see down that beautiful carpet. The high-backed throne faces south, away from most of the room as you enter this space.
That this guy made his throne backwards.
Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna say, do we see anything that looks interesting as we're standing in the throne room?
Anything
No.
magical, perhaps?
Nothing magical. Nothing really of note beyond that. There is a room off of the throne room, and that would
This-
be
This room looks a little interesting.
Papers
Yeah.
strewn
Yeah.
everywhere.
that
Go
would
check this room
be
out.
dusty scrolls and tomes line the walls of this room. More scrolls and books lie scattered on the floor around 4 heavy wooden chests fitted with sturdy iron locks. The only unobstructed floor space is directly in front of the doors to the east and west walls. In the center of this clutter stands a great black desk. There's a tall stool and what looks like a spot for someone to scratch endlessly along a scroll of paper. At the desk nearby, as a tasseled rope hangs from a hole in the ceiling.
So there's chests,
Pull
right?
it. Pull the
Yes.
tassel.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Vincent. You want to do the
Oh,
honors?
Yeah. Vincent shows back
Riku
up.
wants to examine the chests and see if they're unlocked.
All the chests are unlocked. Yep.
All right, we're gonna pop those open.
2 of the chests contain what looks to be tens of thousands of copper each. The third contains probably what appears to be 1,000 gold, and the fourth would be probably several hundred platinum.
What the
Jesus.
fuck? Okay.
I think we can
Uh,
definitely spare the platinum for our boy now.
Yeah. What
Um,
is? We're gonna take all the silver or the platinum and gold. Sure.
And as you get to the bottom of the platinum, you find what appears to be a manual of bodily health.
Ooh,
That's interesting.
that's probably like my book, but for like Constitution or something.
That's exactly correct.
Oh, good guess.
Riku really needs Constitution. I mean, anybody can really use. Fair.
My con's already pretty good. I'm at 16.
Oof, yeah,
We'll figure it out afterwards. We'll just
yeah.
just make the list grow and figure it out afterwards.
Yeah.
Who pulled the rope?
Oh, boy.
uh, Let me see what happens when you pull the rope. Why doesn't it say?
Bunch of green Nickelodeon goo falls on your head, and a bunch of children start screaming and laughing.
Oh, it's just a loud gong. As you pull the rope, when the rope is pulled, a tremendously loud gong sounds. It just sort of reverberates through the room and the audience chamber, and then goes silent.
Cool.
Nice. Any
Well,
like spell scrolls or books or anything in here, or did we already
Uh,
find everything?
You know, it's funny, as you look through the scrolls in the books, you get a sense that most of this is created by whoever was scrawling. And as you look at it, it's all numbers. It's an accountant doing work of figures. You suspect that all of this is worthless receipts. Why would Strahd ever return anything?
Huh.
Seems the madness probably extended to his accountants as well.
There is a chain connected to the seat at the desk. Was
Uh,
this person? It looks like this. Whoever worked here was, they lived here.
I think that's right.
surprised.
What's up with this room up here, top right?
Uh, that room there. Give me a moment. When you go up to that room, dirt-caked windows allow little light to enter this upstairs room. Broken bed frames and torn bits of mattress litter the floor. A tall, dusty wardrobe, shaped like a coffin. Its black painted doors, is black doors painted with fey creatures, stands between two cracked, full-length mirrors, standing on the hanging on the south wall. A staircase descends along the north. The wardrobe has a plain white dress, yellowed with age, hanging in the middle of it.
Why would vampires need a mirror? Huh. So nothing of note in this room.
Not really. The only other things of note on this floor in particular would be the overlooking balcony into the chapel that you've already been, although there's nothing of value in particular in that place. There is a sort of secret room in the back of this space here. And
Look at that.
the
Trying to figure out what the fuck that was.
Yeah, it seems like
stained
Something-
yellow lace hangs neatly from 8 canopied beds. What once was a woman lies dead, slumped across a bed and partially on the floor, and she's wearing a maid's outfit. Around her pale, slender neck is a gold necklace and ruby pendant.
Oink.
I guess we
She-
keep grave robbing.
Yeah, she doesn't need it anymore.
Okay.
Oh, and her name is
We're
Helga.
preserving history, Riku. These things belong
You,
in a
you mentioned
museum.
a semi-secret room. Is that where the
That was,
dead
that,
lady was?
that was it.
That was it. Yeah, that was
Oh, okay.
it was like a maid's quarters basically. Going up once more. We'll
Oh
go
yeah, next floor.
one floor. And you are back here where I will reveal this, remove the fill.
Nice.
The library. Let's start. Where would you like to start? Library, one of the other rooms?
Yeah, I'm just
I've
gonna
always
put
wanted to
the
go.
hole in the middle of the library and just start
Did
chucking all
anyone
the
else
books
see
in.
this like immediately?
Yeah.
Giant piles of gold and silver.
Mm.
Is that what that
That's
is?
some
Looks
Scrooge
like it.
That's a Scrooge McDuck room if I've ever seen one.
Right? That looks
Maybe
like.
there's also here. There's also more, I think.
Oh yeah. Another
Okay.
secret room.
Sorry, Axel was saying something about the library. What were you saying?
I was gonna throw the hole down in the middle of the room and start chucking books in.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. How many of the books do you want to chuck in, and how long do you want to spend putting them into the hole?
As many as I can fit.
I think
And
we should fill our space with coin before books.
all right,
Maybe we top it off with books.
sure.
Because there's like we just Scrooge McDuck room.
Okay. That is what appears to be number 41. The treasury.
Scrooge McDuck room.
The octagonal vault is free of dust and cobwebs. The dome ceiling, 40 feet above, is painted black and sparkles with a display of stars in unfamiliar constellations. Barely contained within this vault is a square tower, 20 feet on a side and 30 feet high, with arrow slits on all sides and a battlemented roof. As you look in to this, you can tell that it is magical. This
Like
tower.
the tower.
Yep.
Okay. Is there a door somewhere?
Um,
Anything that looks like it would be an entrance?
uh,
Can I Misty Step in there?
you could Misty Step in there if you wish.
Uh,
Think.
Riku says, "Hey, I'll be right back, guys." Misty steps inside.
Looks like there's a shield in there and a some kind of
There's all
fancy
sorts of things in there.
fancy
Okay.
staff. That looks like
As
fun.
you attempt to Misty Step in there, you fail to do so, and you are repulsed.
Never mind. Not going in there.
What about cast identify on it? What type of magic is coming off of it?
This is a abjuration. This is Daern's Instant Fortress. And I can give you the descriptor of it. But basically,
Sounds
it
like
is
it's
a
the hut. Tasha's hut.
yeah. It's effectively like the hut, like Lehman's tiny hut.
Ooh, it's an
But you
item.
can't get into it without knowing the command word, essentially.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, just
Unless you
start
want to try to break into it.
start saying all the words you know. Um, hmm. Maybe
100 hit points and resistance to all damage. Maybe if we all just like power smack the door over and over a few times.
So you can break your way in, but it will break the fortress,
Item. Yeah.
meaning that only the wish spell could repair it.
What is I mean, could we just say like Irina's name or whatever her old name is? See if that works to open it.
The word Irina does not work on this, actually.
What about that book that we had that's Strahd wrote?
Yeah.
Can we like look through that to see if anything pops out as a keyword or anything?
So what I would ask is, how long would you guys like to take at this? And if you would like to take certain amounts of time, you can roll history checks.
I think maybe we leave one person, like maybe like Sir Venom will stay because he has pretty decent history. See if he'll just like go through the book and try every word while you guys check the rest of the castle.
And for this, you do get a D10 or a D4, excuse me, for guidance.
Oh, sweet.
Sure.
I mean, that'd be pretty funny if you just read the book out loud until you hit the word.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
This is pre getting locked out for guessing the wrong password.
So let's see what my history check gets me. 18.
So you begin to read the book. You're able to get through a significant portion of it. The door does not open.
Hmm.
Sir Venom would just stay behind and just say every word he can think of.
Okay.
while everyone else loots the rest of the place. And then
In
if you
all
guys
the
find like
languages.
a secret notebook or something that maybe has a code word,
Yes.
and then like if it comes down to it, we can always just break in.
Yeah. While we're on this floor, we should talk to this lady. See
Okay.
if
Yeah, let's
she's,
ask her how to open it.
Yeah.
Oh, good idea.
All right. She's like, "Hello, I've been waiting for my meal."
Hey, you can.
Hey, lady.
Yeah. Take it away, Riku.
So, look, we found this little tower back there. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's got tons of gold in it. Is there any way you know how to open it? Have you ever seen Strahd go back there?
Make a persuasion check.
Sure. 25.
She goes, I once heard him thanking his mother, flipping a coin when coming back from over there. I have seen it. I know the room you're talking about. There's a tower in the room, right? And there's like a
Yes.
door, but it all looks strange and rather out of place.
Okay.
He said
You don't
something
happen
about thanking his mom as he flipped a coin and came back towards me.
You don't happen to know his mother's name, do you?
I don't, but I don't know. I assume it's around here somewhere.
Wouldn't
Of
we were
course.
just in her vault or her tomb, so wouldn't we know the mother's name?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a history check for that. As long as you get above a 5, you're good.
Yeah, I think that's where all the gold was coming from, right? That Rictavia was pulling.
That was Petrina Velkovna. That was Casimir's sister's tomb.
Ah.
So 16.
In terms of his family, it would be Sergei is his brother, Baron von Zarevich is his dad, and Ravnovia is his mother, Queen Ravnovia.
So Ravnovia Sesame.
Which does work, and the fortress swings open. On the inside is, frankly, a comical amount of gold.
Does this mean we have control of the item now too?
It does mean that you have control of the item as well. And so I will give you all of this, because on the inside of this item is quite the hoard, frankly.
I think we can just put all the rest of our shit in here and then just keep the item, right?
So this is basically full, actually.
Okay.
Inside the fortress is 50,000 copper, 10,000 silver,
what
10,000
the hell?
gold, 1,000 platinum,
God.
15 gems, a +2 shield with the silver dragon.
Ooh.
On the upper floor is a bunch of jewelry, an alchemy jug, helm of brilliance, rod of the pact of the oathkeeper, unlocked wooden coffer with 4 compartments, each one containing a greater healing potion.
Jeez.
Damn.
And if you would like, it can
I
shrink
don't even know what
down
to say.
to this 1-inch metal cube.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna shrink it
Yeah.
down and take it with
And
us.
everything stays in it?
Yes.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, so I guess I do that, and then or was I?
Oh no, wait, I'm sorry.
I was
You
off
can
on my.
only the cube rapidly grows into a fortress that remains until you speak an action, then dismisses it, which only works if it's empty. So you have to empty it to make it small.
Okay.
I guess we're throwing this all in the hole.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if we can fit all this in the hole. It barely fits in a tower.
Dang. Well, let's hear what Nick has
We'll
to
take
say.
at least like the gold, the platinum. the
This is
item.
why I was saying we can't afford to put books in the hole because we're gonna have to fill the hole with platinum and gold.
Yeah.
So what I would say is the tower only works
Because we did this item, we can't not take this item with us.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's
this is too
hear it.
cool.
Let's hear it.
you're gonna have to leave at the very least the copper behind.
I think that's fine.
Yeah. Get that copper
Easily.
out of here.
We don't want it.
Okay.
And swap. You can
I'm liking
swap
that,
that. Does Servenom use a
and in
shield?
fact, how much copper do you guys have in total at this point?
We'd get
We're
rid of
gonna
whatever we
leave-
have
we're gonna,
on us.
We're gonna dump rid of all of our
I-
copper
yeah.
into it. to
Okay.
replace
Okay.
it.
What I would say is then dump all your copper, and then you can take all the other things.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Okay.
that-
Okay. Yeah.
Easily done.
It's like 100,000 copper pieces is my
Yeah.
assumption at this point.
There was 32,000 in the hole, and I just deleted it.
Plus the 50,000 that you're
There's
not going to
also
take from the fortress.
21,000 silver in the hole, which I think even silver is kind of taking up space.
That will be next, I would say.
Yeah,
You
Okay.
begin to like really fill up again. If you want, you could take quarter of the books.
Okay. Okay.
And is that shield? Does that have a name?
It would just be Shield of the Order of the Silver Dragon.
Am I the only one who uses shields?
I think technically Vincent and Axel can use them, but I think you're the only one that primarily uses a shield, right?
Yeah,
I don't want to.
yeah, I always have one up.
Yeah, I'll take your
What-
regular one just in case I ever need a shield.
You got it.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
This
you-
Helm of Brilliance, what the fuck?
Look, don't get
What does it do?
too, you know.
Don't worry about it. Let's just keep going. Let's
Oh,
yeah.
purple? Holy shit!
No, forget about it. Just keep going.
All right. I
You've
think
got enough, Sir Venom.
Oh yeah, I have more. I have plenty. I can't take anything else that needs attunement.
Oh, I have two. I have two attunement spots.
No,
open,
you
just
never
throwing
saw it.
out there.
Riku hit it.
Yeah, those are some of the items, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, I have two attunement
Yeah, no,
slots. open.
we'll sort it out. What makes sense, and after all this jazz, let's just keep going, boys.
Yeah.
Onward and upward.
Yeah.
Onward
'Cause
and
I
upward.
think, let me just double check to make sure there's nothing else of value here. Yeah, I think there's nothing else here.
I mean,
I think this is going to be the last. Maybe this is the last real floor, to be honest. Actually,
That's fine. I think
Um,
we're almost done here anyway.
Yeah. Let me just double check.
this has been fun.
Not this one.
You were excited about the shopping episode. What about this
Yeah.
the loot hoarding episode?
Well,
no,
one
see, I'm
leads
more
to the
looking
other.
forward to the shop. Yeah, exactly.
I've already got everything that I would have gone shopping for. Like I wanted to get a new shield and like a staff or a wand of some kind. And now I have a sweet shield. I have a staff of power.
I think. Let me just go up to one more. Spire. I think you're good. I think that's everything actually at this point. Yeah.
Damn.
We should probably address our small army. We've kind of only Sir Venom is the only one that's, you know,
Sure.
spoken to them. So once we've done looting, we should, you know, say our goodbyes.
You already got the crown, right?
Yes.
The,
Vincent
the
has
one
that.
that Vincent took.
Yeah.
Took that and a staff.
Yeah.
Wait, what crown?
He took a super
have a-
expensive and
have-
scepter and
I have
crown.
a crown and a scepter.
Oh, nice.
Was the
He's got-
crown Strahd?
I mean, we all have a small fortune. We have insane amounts of shit. It really doesn't matter, and you know.
Well, I mean, he's gonna be the Raven King one day, so he needs a crown and a scepter.
Either we'll
That
okay.
makes sense.
Let's keep playing and then go from there.
All right. So I will bring you out to the courtyard. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Sorry, give me a moment while I find the right one. I guess it was this one. Okay. So back to the courtyard here, and I will make you visible. And I'll plop you down in this space. Before you are the remnants of your forces, battered, beaten, and bruised. You see a number of dead vampires and individuals before you. Isaac Strozny has passed. It seems that he was able to single-handedly hold a large number of dead vampires off of the Barovians and individuals around him. Many of the revenants are dead, but so are all of the undead. They have been defeated.
Did you say the revenants are the revenants dead? Did you say?
Nope, they're still there, but it
Ah.
looks like they are weakening.
Oh, where's the leader at?
Vladimir Horngard.
Yeah.
And he'll sort of part for you.
Oh, he is ugly. Okay. Hey.
What you
Right.
wish.
We I know Sir Venom's probably already told you, but we did it.
They did.
Yes.
So
Yes. Greetings, friends. The battle is won.
yeah.
The day is done.
I know not if we will die upon our march back to Argynvostholt, but I know where my spirit will rest. Thank you. I can feel
Thank
the hatred
you.
in my heart lessening.
Riku takes a knee and like kind of bows to these guys. He's like, without you, none of this would have been possible.
Argynvost, shine upon you. And he sort of pulls out his sword and he begins to tap you on the shoulders. And as he does so, behind him from the west is this brilliant blaze of blue and silver that lights up the sky. And it burns through the mists, and you can see the beacon. And out of the beacon seems to fly a dragon of fire, blue and gold and silver fire across the sky, burning away the mists. And as it does so, the mists turn to a sparkly sort of luminescence that shimmers and evaporates into the air.
Nice.
This is not long, I suspect. Order of the Silver Dragon, we should march for home. And they begin to sort of form up into a formation to follow their commanders back to where they came from, the place where they finally belong, at rest. And they will take their leave.
Yeah. Axel salutes.
Yeah. 07.
uh,
One last march for the boys.
yeah. And old dog hater Isaac is dead.
He is. He is gone from this world. I
Was
mean,
he-
you have a wish spell if you want to use it, but
that is all Vincent's. That is Vincent's wish to wish. So was he just like normal? He was just normal at this point. He didn't have the arm. He wasn't like.
yeah, his arm was gone at this point. That's right.
Okay. And he
Who stole his bionic arm?
Does anybody else of note around here?
You've got Davian Martikov. If you wish to speak with him,
Is that
you
the
do have
Wizard of?
Ismark as well.
Are
He
those
survived
wait?
the battle.
So the old guy, is he the Wizard of Wine guy?
Yeah.
Okay. And we were supposed to find like another thing for his wizard wine, but
If you ever came across it, he was looking for the last gem. You found two of them, as a matter of fact.
Oh yeah, we. Oh no. All right, let's reload a save. We missed a side quest.
yeah, go back to episode 20. So and we didn't see it. So
You've not seen it.
you know, does he
It's in
really
here
need it?
somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, he's welcome to go look. You can go look around in there if you still need to find your gem. I don't think we found it.
All these
What
like
gem?
Barovians, all these Barovians behind him hear this idea of like going to look, and they're all like, "Wait, maybe there's food in there," and they all like rush in.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What gem are they talking about?
The Wizard of Wine one, the last.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
And
and
he
the
goes,
bl-
"Oh, it's okay. We
yeah.
can send some we can grow as much of we need at least with two. I was really just hoping with the third. You know, we've not been able to make that finest of brands without all three, but we're good enough with two. Don't worry about it.
Are you gonna be able to leave? Are you leaving this place?
Leave Barovia. It's my home." He sort of looks at you surprised. And he looks at the were ravens. He's like, why would we leave?"
Uh, yeah.
And Irina steps up and she embraces her brother and she goes, "Oh, Ismark, it's so good to see you. Look,
Good question.
I'm going to leave Barovia. Um, I, I think it's best at this time." And Davian sort of goes, "Leave Barovia? I mean, you can't leave. The mists won't let you." At which point, Rudolph Van Richten sort of says, "I think they will now. I think, I think it's time for all of us to go." Casimir sort of stands behind him. "Well, do as
That's
you
fair.
wish. I think me and the were ravens are going to stay here."
Like this, Sir Venom would pipe up and be like, "I'm not sure if that's going to be an option for you, friend. Before
What
too
do you
long,
mean?
before too long, Barovia will no longer exist. Everyone who is left behind will go to my queen's court."
And as you say this, he kind of looks at you in surprise and he goes, "Your queen's court? Who is your queen again?"
You knew her as Danica, but she has embraced her destiny, and she was reborn as the Raven Queen, my mistress, my lady.
We'll go to Danica's court, you say, if we stay?" He kind of looks over. The were ravens have now gathered round and are listening. I don't. What do you guys think? That doesn't sound so bad, I guess. I mean, their bar was decent. Like a court, like a royal court. He
Royal
looks at you.
court. It is quite a fancy court, I must say. That's where I was raised. Spent most of my life there. The Raven Queen would take good care of you. She sees you all as friends. You would certainly be welcome there.
Roll persuasion check.
Am I lying to them?
No, you are not lying to them, as a matter of
Okay.
fact. And I'll even give you advantage on this.
Oh,
You got a 16, which is good enough. But
did my
if you
guidance come
wanted,
into play for this too?
it would.
I don't know if I'm. Yeah, the second roll was a 2, so I'll stick with the 18.
Okay. Yeah, that roll's good enough. He sort of gives you a look back at the were ravens, and he says, What's going to happen here?" And he actually looks at all of you in turn as he asks this.
Yeah, do we know that all we know is it just like the land just disappears?
That's what,
Uh,
and Rudolf Van Richten confirms that, and he says, the land does disappear. I mean, let me be very clear. There are things here that many of you probably don't know. Your souls have been reborn, time immemorial, and trapped here in this place. If you go with the land, your soul will finally pass on. If you attempt to leave, you may be able to do so, although I suspect it will be difficult for many of you, except for this one right here. And he sort of notions to Irina. If you go to the Raven Queen's court, as this one says, and I see no reason to understand why he would lie about this, I suspect you will be given titles befitting of your stature. He sort of nods towards Davian Martikov and the Were Ravens. Davian looks around at all of you. What a load of fucking hogwash. Let's go back to the Wizard of Wine's vineyard. I mean, cord or no cord, like I got wine to make.
Hey.
Sort of turns,
Yeah.
almost as if to leave. Do any of you want to say or do anything else?
I mean, it could be your last batch of wine, Riku says. Enjoy
Yeah.
it while
Well,
you can.
I'll
Axel
at least be
salutes.
drunk. Vincent, you ever want to come around? You're always welcome to. Use some feathers for fletching.
Sir Venom laughs and says, "Make sure to make a good bottle of wine to bring to my queen."
Yeah. She can drink my tears for all I care. I guess she was a good wife to my son, but yeah, you can hear him like grumbling as he stalks off. Basically, they all transform into werewolves and take off into the sky.
Damn.
Oh, cool.
Well,
Ismark
oh,
looks at you all. Father Danovich, what happens when we leave? What happens to my soul? Is it taken by the Morning Lord? That's Father Danovich asking this question of you all.
Be brave,
We
Father.
honestly don't know.
yeah.
All
We've
of us
never we've
will
never
meet
had
our
our
fate
souls
now.
taken, so it's hard to say, bud.
Oh,
But
oh.
I hope you find rest, because I know that staying here for eternity, that does not sound peaceful.
And he just begins running, screaming, "Toru, I'm coming!" And you lose sight of him as he turns around the castle. Ismark glances at him and watches him sprint off. Irina, what do we do now? What is this nonsense? The land disappears? Why would the land disappear? And he sort of looks up at the remnants of the luminescence sparkling through the sky as the fog burns away.
Well, whatever dark magic built this land and was sustaining it is no longer here. So there's nothing holding this plane of existence together anymore. The evil that powered Strahd was the same evil that, powered all of Barovia and kept this land intact. That evil has been excised.
One would say the land and Strahd were one, and now that he is gone, so is the land.
And he's sort of looking across you all as you say this. Casimir Velikov stumps forward, a little bit of a hobble to his step. You can see exhaustion, weariness on him, hand on the sword hilt, not as if to draw, but like just resting on the sword hilt with his left hand. He would draw with his right, but it just rest on his hilt. And you can see as he says this and walks up to Ismark and grabs him by the scruff of his clothes. Young lad, if I were you, I would take this fate 1,000 times over. To know not that which is beyond, or what holds a place like this intact. Some of us are not so lucky. And he sort of pushes past him and begins to walk out the gate, kicking ahead of a vampire as he passes one. Rudolph says, I'm sorry. I will speak with him." And he like trots off after Casimir.
Casimir had a real rough go of it in there.
Damn. Is the band breaking up?
No, and she looks at Ismark and she looks at the lot of you and she goes, Ismark, I'm so sorry. I'm going to leave Barovia. I was never able to live like some of you were, even in this dull place, because I only existed in a state of fear and constant distress due to being hunted. I want to see the world. I want to see it as it should be. And Ismark kind of looks at her as Irina and he goes, but this is as it should be. I don't know what's going on with the sky up there, but this is home. That looks terrible to me, but we can live in the castle now, Irina. We could be the lords of this land. And she sort of says, "Oh, Ismark, I hope that for you. I really do. But for me, I need to see the beyond." And she kisses him on the cheek, gives him a hug, and she begins to walk. There are tears in her face,
Yeah.
but she walks with her back straight, a seeming knowledge that what's about to happen is the only thing that could happen. She's at peace with it.
Yeah, look, Ismark. She's a free woman. She can make her own choices. You're not her boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
No, no.
Riku turns and says, "You were the first person we met here."
Oh, that's true.
I was. How did you even come here, anyways? Where are you? You're not from Barovia. Where are you lot from?
Sword Coast. We're gonna show your sister around.
Sword Coast?
right.
Look,
Mark, I know we know you're scared, but this next step of the journey, Irina could really use her brother by her for her next journey.
I and he looks at the castle and he says, I must protect the people of this land. I'm sorry, I think I must stay. If her choice is to venture beyond, I don't think I can stop her. My place is here. And he again looks worryingly at the luminescence in the sky that has been growing during this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Riku just kind of puts his hand on his shoulder and he's like, "You're right. Your place is here."
Yeah, but imagine a world where people eat more than just potatoes.
He staggers backwards. No, why would you ever speak of such a thing?
Well, it's true.
Madness. Please take good care of her. Make sure she's well fed. Plenty of starch.
Of course. We wouldn't have it any other way.
And thank you all. And thank you for avenging my father and saving my sister.
All in a day's work.
Indeed.
That
I wish
bastard
you
had to
well.
go.
Riku just walks away into the sunset and just, 2 fingers off his head. Until next time.
Yeah. We should
Good
get
luck,
out of here.
Ismark. Blessings of the Raven Queen be with you. And flies off.
May the power of the Morning Lord be with you. He sort of shakes his head as he says it. Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
Oh, well, it's
I
okay.
don't-
Thank you for the blessings.
I don't know where any of that came from. Oh, why is it so warm? And you see that as you begin to walk away from him, he begins to glow with the same luminescence and the same brightness and brilliance as the sky above you all.
Don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
And as you walk out of Castle Ravenloft and its grounds, the mists burning away, you are enveloped in light and comfort and serenity. You are going to find yourselves in the middle of nowhere. You don't really know where you are.
Nice.
Traveling through the mists, or traveling through the light, is similar to traveling through the mists in reverse. Instead of walking along a road and finding yourself where you know not, you are simply pushed, flown, almost flung through this light as you step off of the bridge into the light. And it feels like it takes simultaneously an eternity and an instant to travel through this light onto what appears to be a dirt road. This dirt road lands you onto a sunny skied dirt road in the middle of an afternoon. Somewhere in the rolling hills outside what is a village or town of a farming community.
Riku's like, "Guys, we got to go somewhere safe."
Yeah, should
Alright.
we teleport the crew somewhere else?
Huh.
Yeah, Riku's like, that might not be a bad idea. And then he's he's considering using sending to call his dad before he just teleports there. But actually, no. Forget that. He doesn't want him to know he's coming. Yeah, Riku's like, I know a place, and he begins to cast teleportation circle.
Yeah, you know what? Neverwinter and where else?
I'm gonna take us home, because to him that's the
Your
safest
home?
place. Yes,
Where's your
to keep
home?
Neverwinter. He's like, do you
Neverwinter.
guys
Yeah,
know
Well,
anywhere else
Vincent-
we could take this
Yeah,
amount
well,
of shit?
Vincent would Vincent would remind him that he's been screwed over once before on a big score and is not going to let it happen again, and would like to secure a home for himself in a big city. So he's welcome to go with you. It's a big city.
So
Hey.
Venom agrees that Neverwinter is the place
Listen,
we should go.
I told you guys about my past. I have connections. I can keep this shit safe. And then you can do whatever the hell you want. Like, I swear I'm not trying to screw you over. Like, we've been through hell and back. Like, I'm just trying to get this somewhere safe so no one else takes it from us. That's all.
Now, to be clear, as you look around as you're having this conversation, there's this farmhouse down the road, maybe 100 yards. You can see the rest of the village further up the way. Behind you, as you sort of continue to look around, you see what would be a sign, and it says Hlufvar. Welcome to Hlufvar, town of the helm. In another
Ooh.
direction, near the sign, what you see is simple. It says Scornubel, and that would be 10 days. And then beyond that, Elturel, 20 days. And so as you look in the sky and you see the town, the sign, and the sign with pointing in the opposite direction for these other places, go ahead and make a survival check. Get a sense of where you're at.
As a
Yeah,
group or just one person?
Individually, go ahead and each of you make survival checks. Okay. Sir Venom, through your collection of memories and stories, you know this place. Same for you, Vincent and Riku. Axel,
Mhm.
these places never reached your ears,
Yeah.
sadly. Riku, you in particular know the stories of Elturel, Scornubel. You are somewhere either in the realm of Elturgard or probably to the east of it in the far hills. Sir Venom, you know of the far hills and the Sunset Mountains.
Where is this on the map?
It would be to the direct east of Baldur's Gate. So past Elturgard, past the Reaching Woods, the far hills. You're somewhere between Cormyr, Amon, and the country of Elturgard. It's kind of a wild country. It is considered a bit of the tradeway, in particular an offshoot of the tradeway, that is rarely used due to the fact of high thievery between the town of Hlufvar and Eris once you get through the far hills. The far hills in particular are known as a shortcut at times, but a dangerous one at that. If you have to make it fast, you go through the far hills. If you want to make it safe, you go through Erebor, along the river Chianthar, up past Elturel, all the way down to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Riku's like, boys, we're
Wait.
fucking near Baldur's Gate. We got to get out of here.
Is there any way we can make Owlbear like the group map?
Yeah, that's a good. I don't know if I could use this as an insert. Give me a moment.
Not if,
Um,
yeah. Not if it's
yeah.
a pain.
So we're somewhere around Baldur's Gate, but
We're
Axel
east of
doesn't know.
Baldur's
Well-
Gate, basically.
Okay.
Like
I already
inland.
said my piece. I want to set up shop somewhere.
Well,
Oh.
we
Wherever
have
you-
to
wherever-
secure
I
Vincent. We have to secure the
understand,
loot.
and I'm agreeing, and I'm saying let's
okay.
go then. What are you
No,
arguing
I
with?
trust me. Riku does
I
not
was
want to
just
go
saying
back to
yeah,
his
let's go.
hometown and like see
Ah.
his dad, but he doesn't want to lose the shit either.
I mean,
I mean, all
I
of our
don't
stuff is
know.
also like in a magical hidden chest as
Yeah,
well.
I
It's
w-
awfully safe.
I don't know where we are, but if we could make our way to Waterdeep, I mean, I got, you know, pretty-
Riku's like, we can buy a ship and go to Waterdeep, but I just, I want to rest my head without worrying about this shit for now.
all right.
don't
You
know.
seem like you're on edge, Riku.
I am. He's like, you like, we just, he just told us about this area. He's like, there's thieves everywhere. We gotta go.
We just took down an immortal god of demon vampires. I ain't afraid of no bandits.
Ganking
Well-
bandits.
I'm starting to get the suspicion now you want to screw us over, Riku.
Yeah,
What ga-
remember
what-
that time he got us lost in the woods and we ended up in Barovia,
Yeah.
Vincent?
Right? And I'm just saying, like, I want to get somewhere safe, and he's like, no, wait, we gotta move, no, we gotta get me messed up. Get stuff.
All I'm
Uh,
saying is I know how to get somewhere safe, quick, and
All
cleanly.
right.
and then from there we can buy a house, buy a ship, whatever you guys want.
Also,
just-
we got if we could we if I don't remember that time we were in Daggerford and we did that casino job.
Yeah.
I feel like we got whoever the guy who gave us that job was like setting us up.
Vincent
Oh, for
pulls out
sure.
the thing that we stole and goes, "I still have it. You should
Yeah,
collect
no,
our reward."
that was 100% a setup.
Yeah, I think.
We should
Yeah,
go
you will have to find more
revenge
about
tour.
find out more about that to see like what his deal is. If is it is it magical? Is it how valuable it is? Like, but I don't. Yeah, I definitely want to pay that guy a visit and do the thing to him.
Sir Venom pipes up.
I
Like,
like
I
I
don't
like what you're
remember, wasn't a
thinking.
part of that heist, but
Oh
I'm
yeah.
liking this fresh air and blue skies. I'll tag around with you guys.
Yeah,
For a bit.
that Uriel guy we were running with turned out he was a paladin who was protecting his people's fancy stuff, and he must have fell asleep or something, and it all got stolen.
Sir
And
Venom like holds his head. Was like, I still have some of his memories. I think he was searching for some of his druid, like the druid tribe that he was protecting, some of their lost relics that were stolen.
okay, yeah, yeah. So, and it turns out some of that might be at the casino. So,
Oh,
yeah,
maybe we can if we end up there, we can get it. We can return it. Honor Uriel's memory, unless they're really cool, and then we keep them.
They're not cool. I can promise you that.
Oh, and then while we're getting that
I
map
met
ready,
the people there.
Sir Venom would go up to Sir Vincent and be like, "My queen was very very impressed with you in Barovia, and I think she would want you to have this." And he hands him the holy symbol of Ravenkind that they found in there.
Dude,
Just so you have
do
a,
anything?
I think you deserve a holy relic of the queen. You've shown your dedication to her.
Thank you.
All right, we got ourselves a map. It does not have the town of Hlutvar on here, and if you zoom in, the res is a little rough just because it wouldn't let me bring in a bigger one. I tried 3 different maps before it let me bring in this one. But you are in
So
the far hills over in this space.
Okay.
You believe on the edge of a village called Hlutvar via the sign, and by what you know, the sign was pointing you towards, which was Scornabel, this place, and Elturel, this place.
And where do you want to bring us, Riku, on this map?
Riku wants to bring us way
All-
up here.
Yeah, all the way up here.
I don't know about that
Neverwinter.
chuckle before you.
Yeah, I mean, if you told me it was a big city, you would have Vincent's support.
Oh, and it's Riku's hometown. And I
Yeah.
told
Just
what's his name? I told Axel that we could easily find passage to Waterdeep.
And he's just trying to cash out, and Riku's
I
stalling.
mean,
So.
sounds like you want to go all the way north just to go back south to Waterdeep. That doesn't.
No, because you
Or-
said you wanted to go. I'm saying if you wanted to get there, where that would bring us closer to there.
Okay.
Faster.
Yes. Yeah. That's. I think. Yeah.
That's all.
Our only other
Riku just
teleportation options is the islands over here to the left.
Riku is just saying like if it comes to traveling from where we are now to probably we'd probably want to end up going back this way anyway. Why not just teleport there
All right.
instead of risking the road?
I look. I don't know how teleporting works. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah, let me double check. I can bring more than one person. I think I can.
Oh, yeah,
I
definitely.
think you can bring everyone.
How long have we been just like doing this?
Oh, you've been doing this. I mean, it's been 5 or 10 minutes, right?
Oh, okay.
That's about real time, I would say.
All right.
You have no individuals yet currently walking down the road towards you, but you do see one person sort of staring out the house at you.
Yeah, I mean Riku would say, "Well, do you guys want to walk or do you want to teleport there?" and smile.
I think
Do your thing,
Neverwinter is
Riku.
the right call.
All right.
a big city. We'll be able to get all of our shopping and selling done there.
Yeah.
And Enrico would say, "Listen, I told you, my dad's in charge here, so don't worry, we'll be fine."
All right. Are you being for serious or are you fucking with us?
No,
I'm asking out of game, like, because if you're lying to us, I mean, you got to roll for it. We got
I'm not
all
lying.
insight checking, Riku. I rolled a nat 20. Out with it.
Oh,
So here's how this works. If you are not lying, you can roll a persuasion check.
As far
Riku.
as I know, my dad's in charge.
Okay. Well, I know you're.
and you're in good standing.
We don't know how
Dad?
long we've been gone for. It could be a year, could be 100 years. You know.
Okay. I'm conflicted.
We're all a little wary after playing with Ken and watching him like try to throw the game. What's Riku's ulterior motive?
I'm legit just trying to make sure we don't get robbed, don't get our shit
Yes.
taken.
All
That's
I'm
all.
saying is, considering who your father is, I'm a little conflicted when you say we can trust him.
Well, we don't. So Riku, from his perspective, he doesn't know that his dad's
right.
bad. Like
Okay.
he doesn't know how deep his dad is.
Yeah.
He just thinks, you know,
All right. I'm
he doesn't
buying
know
it.
his backstory essentially, because you know that, like, if you think about it from his perspective, why would he tell his son all that shit? You know?
I don't know. I'm saying I rolled a nat 20 on it, so it's better
Yeah.
be the truth.
It's Riku's truth, is what I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, he thinks his dad's legit, like more or
Yeah.
less. Like
can
maybe he
also-
thinks he's a
we can
little shady,
send-
but he doesn't know the depths of it.
We can send Riku to meet his dad on his own if we don't trust
Oh
the
no,
dad.
there's a red zone.
He doesn't
I'm
want
just
to
doing
know.
I'm just doing some quick math. Okay, just to be clear, you believe that it would take you, based on those survival checks are pretty good, based on the map, based on what Rictavio has here on the map, you think it's going to take you about a month just to walk to Baldur's Gate alone.
Holy
let's do that.
shoot.
Teleport.
Yeah, let's teleport.
Yeah,
You
we
would
definitely
never
teleport.
Like Baldur's Gate is several hundred miles,
Out-
probably 600 miles by
For
road.
for the
Hi,
record,
Riku. Bring us to the city.
we don't even know how much time has passed. Like, remember,
Yeah.
we don't even know how much time has passed. Like, we could be a time dilation field in Barovia.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Riku mentioned, he's like, yeah, for all I know, my dad's in charge, but you know, could be a year, 100 years, fucking 200. Who knows how long it's been?
Yeah, we don't know.
Could
Have you
done,
said
like,
have you
back
said
in
your
time.
dad's name?
Yeah, I've said my family name before. In my ring has like the emblem on
Yeah.
it, so they would have seen the emblem like once I stopped hiding it.
Okay. And how old was your dad when you were born?
Let's say mid 20s or like early 30s probably.
Okay. Okay. Good enough. Yeah. Keep going.
Let's go.
All right. Yeah,
my
Riku's
circle.
gonna take us to Neverwinter.
Okay. You begin to cast Teleportation Circle. You have no issues doing so. You have the circle memorized. You spent time there. It's one of the things I actually have you do in the Bard College to be able to ensure that you can travel back if ever needed.
Very cool.
Let me check something.
I think it's funny that we told Irina how good this place is, and first thing we do when we get here, start freaking out about where we are.
Well, because we're not by the Sword Coast. We're like somewhere
Yeah, but
different.
she thinks this whole world is, lollipops and rainbows.
You know, I bet in this town somewhere there's gonna be a bar that like Morty runs with his ale. He
Oh
was
yeah.
a brewer, wasn't he?
I mean,
I couldn't help but notice the helm name drop.
well, yeah. That would probably be my first instinct, because I wouldn't want my dad to know I'm here. But I don't know if going to Morty would be a good idea either, because he's probably a snitch, like just because he's dumb.
Riku is a disappointment to his father.
All right.
Well, this would be my first time back in town in like 10 years since I was like banished, quote fingers.
Here, I'm gonna.
Sorry, I'm just finding an image for you for this. I don't have a good one.
Oh, actually, before we go to, I forgot my new thing. I can cast augury.
But But
So
another thing I just thought
that'll
of is
tell
our
us if that's like
ACs.
a good idea or not.
We got to get rid of our AC bonuses, the Argon bonus.
Oh yeah, make sure you guys get rid of that because you're not in Barovia anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, do we have
Where's
to?
that? Where did I put that?
You do have to.
We'll be able to buy new armor and such. We'll be fine.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to buy your way to anything at this point.
Shit,
Yeah.
I forgot
And to be
pay
very
now.
clear, I'm playing this 100% by the book. Like this is like what Castle
yeah,
Ravenloft has in it.
that was all the shit that was in there. It's insane.
Some
That's so
crazy
much
I'm
shit.
stuff.
excited that we get all the loot and we actually get to spend it this time.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll see.
I didn't know if we'd actually get the tower open,
Riku's not gonna let me take any.
bro. It's all of ours. We share it all together.
Would you like to do any more identification on things?
Let
I
me.
I mean,
Hard.
when we're in a safe spot, 100%.
Okay. As you cast teleportation circle, you see a number of people come out of the house now. Make perception checks really quick before you zoom off to Neverwinter.
Perception.
I rolled a 2,
2.
but it came out to a 7.
Vincent, your good eyes. So several of you are able to see that these individuals are wearing some sort of lighter armor. Sir Venom, Axel, Vincent. That's something that you notice right off the bat. One halfling, one human, one half orc. They're all wearing sort of like a lighter tan brown armor, hide of some sort. And they come out of the house, short swords, cudgels, and maces drawn. Two of them have
Fucking
multiple weapons in hands.
bandits.
As they begin to stretch towards you, you finish the teleportation circle. And as you zoom away, Vincent, you catch a simple symbol on one of their chests.
Hmm.
Let me just give you the symbol to see what it looks like. And you probably know it, is what I would suggest.
Probably skip
Okay.
something really cool by leaving immediately.
Maybe, maybe not. You never know. That's the symbol on one of their chests, on like a pin, basically.
Ooh.
Oh man,
It looks creepy.
for the Targaryens.
Dragony.
Make a history check, actually, Vincent.
Oh, we should have stuck around.
10?
10 is good enough. You know this to be the serpent in flight, eating the sun, also known as the symbol of the Zentarum, the Black Network.
Oh,
Oh.
Zentrum.
Didn't that
Yeah,
magic duck
they're
and his crew already take care of them?
They did on some level. But Vincent, you know that there's a good chance that these individuals were willing to rob you, regardless of
Yeah.
who you were, who you might not be. They were out for blood because that would be the easiest way to get your money.
bandit.
Because you guys were literally talking about money in the open.
Yeah.
About how much we have.
All right. We out of here. Good
And
job.
as you get out of here, you find yourselves teleporting onto a large mosaic teleportation circle on the edge of a beach at high tide. Before you is the beautiful city of Neverwinter in all its glory. Jewel of the North, they call it. Looking upon it from this view, you can see the bustling, cultured, and cosmopolitan city in the northwest corner of Faerun. Regarded by Volo as the most cosmopolitan and civilized place in all of Faerun, it's known as the center of the Lord's Alliance. Craftfolk, gardeners, multicolored glass lamps, precision water clocks, exquisite jewelry, magnificent gardens ensure that the warm winters are colorful and the summers rich with fresh fruit. Elminster once said Neverwinter is the city of craftsmen who trade extensively via the great merchants of Waterdeep. Their water clocks and multi-hued lamps can be found throughout the realms. It gained its fame from the skill of its gardeners who contrive to keep flowers blooming throughout the months of snow, a practice they continue with pride. The beauty that you know in this place, Riku, is one that stirs your heart. You find yourselves standing on this mosaic, having teleported to this spot, because behind you is the Bard's College. This is the entryway, the courtyard, outside of which you once found yourself standing, knowing that you were going to school with the Neverwinter Blades.
Vincent
just
looks
like-
around. Says, Not too shabby of a place.
This is my home, Riku said.
Well,
Like,
I would like it
kinda-
to make it my home too, Riku.
Riku laughs. He's like, you like it here.
Yes.
Better than a
But very
road
much
filled with bandits, right?
yeah. I've been living in sewers my whole life.
Eating
Like
pizza.
I would like to get to a real estate agent and find a nice little space to call my own.
With
Privacy.
sewers.
Sir Venom is just like looking around in awe because he's grew up in the Raven Queen's court and hasn't seen much. Like, wow, this place is amazing. Is the whole city like this?
No,
Mhm.
this is just a nice view of the city.
Wow, 'cause whenever my lady sends me on the material plane, it's always somewhere dirty and grungy to kill undead. I've never seen a place like this before.
It looks a
Well,
little
they're around here
small.
too. Yeah, yeah, it's not like your city, but
Yeah.
it's nice. Riku kind of is starting to get worried. He's like, I wonder if my dad's still around or what.
Are we safe here? Like, this is your college? Is this like where are
Safer
we
than we were
exactly?
before.
Where are
That's
we
for sure.
exactly right now?
Let's work our way inside the city walls and maybe find an inn. He's like, I don't know if I want to go home tonight, but maybe tomorrow.
All right. So what time of day is it? Is it daytime?
Yeah, it's daytime. I would say it is technically earlier in the day
Hmm.
than when you were in Luthavar, so probably mid-morning.
Well then.
So I guess we'd make our way to the city gates and
Yeah, this is your show, Riku.
or if
Okay.
if I know any back ways, maybe I take him to the back way so we're not seen entering.
Not in particular. You don't know any back ways. And here, I will give you a map of Neverwinter. Give me a moment.
So we kind of have to go through the front door.
Generally speaking, yeah. In particular, Neverwinter does not allow entry through any other means, or they attempt to prevent entry other than any other means than oh shoot, maybe that was the wrong thing. Oh no, that's good enough. Yeah, they prevent entry via anything other than the gates. So let's see. For clarity as well, you might have to zoom in, but it seems okay. You were here on this island, looking back upon the city. And you're able to walk back here and around into the city if you so wish.
Sure. I guess while that's happening, I'd try to conceal my identity in some way. Let me see what I got for spells and such.
You have you know how to use a disguise kit. You probably don't have a disguise
Yeah,
kit, but
I could probably yeah. No, I do have a disguise kit actually. I'm pretty
there you
sure.
go.
Let me just double check. Yeah, I do. I have one on me. Riku would kind of basically, for expedient purposes of time, he'd basically pull out the the regular glasses with the mustache on them and put them on. Yes, he's incognito.
Gotcha.
He doesn't want people to know it's him right away because he feels he'd be recognized in these parts if his dad is still in power at least.
Okay. You begin making your way through the streets without issue. I might change the map. Let me check something. Oh, no, the map is correct. You begin to make your way through the streets without issue, crossing from what is once known to be called the Moonstone Mask, a quiet inn of comfortable quality, famous among sailors and others, but is now the Neverwinter Blades College, and past the Tarmaloon Trade House, as well as the docks. As you walk into the city along the edge of what appears to be the Hall of Justice, former Temple of Tyr, that is on the edge of the cliff, and you are passing to the north and then back down to the southeast beneath it, you can see to the northwest, to the northeast of you, the Sleeping Dragon Bridge, across which lies Castle Never, the most dominant point in the entire city.
Is that here?
Let me go back over. Yeah, that's Castle Never exactly. Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at like multiple maps simultaneously. The river that passes by would be the Neverwinter River. The water's so warm that the harbor never freezes. Where would you like to head within the city? You know that the
Um,
Black Lake district is typically where the wealthy live.
That's where I
Sure.
can
Is
buy a
that
villa.
near the castle? I assume.
Yeah, the Black Lake district is actually up near that lake, in
Lake
particular,
house.
I believe.
Well, I
Did I
mean, I
get that
assume
right?
that's probably where Riku's probably most familiar. So he'd probably take us there, and to what's a cheap hotel to him. Probably like the
Let me
nicest places
see.
in the town.
Yeah, so the Black Lake district would be referred to as this space here, whereas the river district is this. This is now known as the chasm. Was this a thing in your playthrough,
I don't think so.
Icespire Peak? Okay, we'll get to that. And then this is the Protector's Enclave.
Okay.
As you cross the bridge here towards Castle Never and then begin to go around up into the Black Lake district, you have no issues of doing so. And you would like to find an inn, is that correct?
Yep.
Let me see. You are going to head towards. You are going to head towards this building here. And this would be House of 1,000 Faces, a popular tavern in the Black Lake district. A secret basement used to be known as a command center for Harpers back in the day. No longer, however. So it used to be a spy hideout, hence the name House of 1,000 Faces. Nowadays, it is a timely tavern with beautiful, well-appointed rooms for merchants of all kinds who come to visit Neverwinter. It's away from the docks and therefore the bustle and hustle of common folk. A nice place, a beautiful place.
Not too close to where I would think that my house is.
Correct. Your house in particular, Riku, would probably be. Let me just find something. Your family home would be more up in this area here. It would be this house on the corner. And so as you lead everyone away, you pass not just the Dragon Bridge, which you cross, but the Winged Wyvern Bridge, followed by the Dolphin Bridge. And you head up and you finally make your way to House of 1,000 Faces. Beautiful tavern, well appointed. As you enter, give me a moment here. This is going to be a good inn. The inn is a large building of stone walls with several stained glass windows and vaulted ceilings. You can see that accommodations are most likely going to consist of several large windows with on the inside, due to the fact that they have sort of like not gables, but like the windows sort of stick out from the room, and you can sort of almost see where like the beams would be that would separate each of the rooms. As you enter, you see a slender male dwarf. He goes, "Hello, take a seat. Plenty of food, plenty of drink, whatever you like." And you can see that there are plenty of open seats. There's dwarven craftsmen and human craftsfolk, and a merchant speaking to some of them, as well as a soldier and a priest talking matters over. All of them appear to be dwarven, halfling, and human in this particular instance. Make a. Would you like deception, or would you like something else, Riku, to try to hide who you are?
Yeah, deception's fine.
Please make a deception check.
Oof, what a roll.
23.
I mean, your disguise at this point is immaculate. You're a little little too comfortable that even if your dad were to walk in, he wouldn't recognize you. And as you
He's
sit
just like-
down,
Just like, what travelers, hear any interesting stories going on these days? What year is it, by
Oh.
the way?
are you asking? Are you asking this of the
slip that in there?
barkeep?
Yeah.
Okay. As you all go sit down at the table and you ask him this, and he goes, "Oh, make a persuasion check."
Just slide that one in there at the end.
Well, there are no calendars on the
Give
wall.
me a moment.
A 28.
28. Holy
Pretty
shit!
low.
Holy shit! Let me double
Dude,
check
plus
something.
you've plus 12 to your persuasion.
I might.
Let me see if I can figure this out. I just want to go back in time just a little. So Waterdeep Dragon Heist occurred in the year. I think I have this correct. Yeah, Waterdeep Dragon Heist occurred in the year 1492 DR, with the DR standing for I can never remember what this specifically stands for. This was also the same year that your father headed towards Neverwinter from Icespire Peak after his adventures. And in particular, you know that Lord Daggelt Neverember gave up power about 5 years later. You were born about 20 years after that. 20
Okay.
to 25 years after that. It is currently the barkeep jokingly says, "Oh, you're funny, you're funny." It would be let me just do the math on that really fast. 1520 DR, you silly one. Do you want drinks and rounds? Got quite a load of goods, and he points at this point towards the menu, and he says, "Whatever you want. Prices are right here. Food's right here. Go ahead and put some coin on the bar. Bring a ride over to you."
Yeah, I'll take one of each, Riku says. And around for the
Ooh.
boys.
One of each round for the boys, as you will, as you will. Glass of gin, glass of mead, glass of beer, tankard of beer, glass of whiskey. Which one? You know
That's
what?
right.
One
And a room. Prepare it at once.
and one room or rooms? We
Yeah,
could do a
two will
bunk
work.
situation. Two rooms, two bunks. How many of you are there? 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. 7 for the lot of you. Sound good?
Yeah, we can double up. He winks at Irina.
Are you make a persuasion check?
Plus 12.
I mean, you're rolling high so far. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
He's got that 12. He thinks he can do whatever he wants.
She rolls her eyes, but she smirks.
He's just grooming Irina. Not a good look, Riku.
Yeah, man. She's only level 7. You're like level 9. Okay.
Never left her little house in Barovia.
Now,
Riku brings to the big city.
Riku, you gained some information by learning that it was 1520 DR.
Yeah. So what does that
You
mean to us?
know-
Like when did we start?
Same year you left.
All right.
Sweet.
Riku thumbs up and starts vigorously nodding. We're good boys.
And based on the weather, you suspect it's probably about the same time of year. If you can find a broadsheet of some sort, you might be even be able to find the day.
Cool. Riku just like, wipes the sweat from his brow. No like crazy time suck situation because we got transported to another place. That's good news, boys. Good news. That means yeah. Not much has changed, hopefully.
All right. East food.
So you can get me a place to stay permanently, Riku?
I imagine so.
Are you sure this is the city you want to post up in?
Yeah, right
Not-
on the
not-
water.
Not quite yet. He's like, before we decide to stay here, I should perhaps talk to my family. It's been a while, and we have business. And as long
Well, that has nothing.
as long as everything goes well, I think we'll be okay. But I don't know if I really want to stay here or not, but I know it's at least safe for now.
Sir Venom was kind of hoping Vincent would buy an island with him, and that like island chains.
Riku's like, stop. Enough about talking about buying this and that. Let's keep that on the
See what I
down
mean?
low.
Every time I
You know
want
what,
to do
Riku?
something,
You're
this
not
guy is
invited to
keeping
our
it
island
something.
now.
It's
Right?
almost like he's trying to
Like-
say, let's not settle down until the campaign is over, because why would you settle down when we still got like 10 more levels to play? Yeah.
Well, now that
We got
teleportation circle is in play, I think having like a base makes a lot of sense.
Well,
Yeah,
if anything,
why would it
having a
not?
safe place to keep things. Like, yes, I agree with that. But
Yeah.
let's not openly talk about these sort of things. Let's wait till we're behind
Yeah.
closed
In the
doors.
rich part of town? What are
You have
doing?
roasted capon, braised dragon, and dried olive. Dragon being a type of fish in this instance. Boiled sausage and leek. Roasted phoenix dried apple. Roasted duck with sugar and dried fig. Baked dragon fish once again. An onion. A glass of gin. Glasses of mead. Beer. Whiskey. Rum. Hits your table. Irina's eyes wide, taking it all in. Let me see. 3 silver, 2 silver, another silver for that. 4, 7. What are we at? 8, 13. I think it's going to be about 2 gold for all of this, says the barkeep as
Easily,
he comes over.
easily done. Riku hands 2 gold pieces.
Okay. You hand over 2 gold pieces. The clink of your bag. Several individuals sort of looking over through the bar. Make a perception check.
Sure.
Could ask if he had changed for 1,000 platinum.
In
11.
particular, you notice the merchant that the 2 craftsfolk had been speaking with. Female halfling, copper hair, green eyes, sturdy clothing, and a white cloak. Glance over at the clink of coin as you pay off the barkeep. And he goes, appreciate it, appreciate it. Rooms will be ready. It'll be 1 gold for the night for the lot of you.
Sure. We can settle up now or later. I'm good for it. Riku smiles.
Appreciate now, good sir.
Sure. Riku hands over the other coin.
As you wish. And he takes out 2 keys from a pouch and places them on the table for you.
Perfect.
Excellent. Give a shout if you need anything else. Happy to help. And by the way, my name is Throdu.
Of course, Throdu.
Walks away, gives you your space again.
Cool.
All right, boys. What's our next move?
Riku pulls out the wine thing from his bag. Well, I'd say tonight we deserve a little bit of R&R and a little bit of celebration.
Here, here, Sir Venom says as he holds up his glass.
Let us feast and drink to our heart's content. And then tomorrow we shall discuss actual matters. Yes?
I like that plan.
So we're gonna do this all day?
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like we deserve it.
I mean, Irina's pigging out at this point.
Yeah, I think like a day of partying, and then we crash the night, and then we start like taking care of stuff tomorrow.
We're celebrating being alive and out of that shithole.
Yeah.
Also,
Axel eats food, gets tired, goes to take a nap, and checks out the plate armor.
Oh, the plate armor.
Yeah.
So I'll just say it's a plus because you could identify it, Riku. It's a plus
Yeah.
2 plate armor.
That's pretty fancy.
Yeah.
that's like
Pretty
what,
gnarly.
AC of 20, just on the armor.
Well, no one's gonna wear it.
I know, just that's
Yeah.
really strong.
I bet Uriel would have liked it.
He would have loved it.
There
But I gotta
is.
say, I'm loving Sir Venom so much more than Uriel.
Oh, nice. There's one other item, and it would be the deck of playing cards.
Oh yeah.
If you spent time examining your items for magic and
Yeah, of course.
for identification, the deck of playing cards is a full deck of illusions.
Okay.
Illusions.
It sounds like it might be a Riku thing.
Deck of illusions is a magic item, wondrous, and it is a full deck. If you wish to draw a card, we will shuffle you a deck with those cards included and draw from it.
Okay.
And that's what you'll pull.
Since it's a
Mm.
full deck, can we like give each of us like we divide 34 by 4 and we each take some cards? Or
So the
is
magic-
it like does it act as like one
Probably just need
item?
to keep it together.
Yeah. And the reason you need
Okay.
to keep it together is because the magic of the deck functions only if cards are drawn at random. So if you
Ah.
split it and like give you guys some cards of each, doesn't count.
Okay.
I mean, this is a cool item.
Yeah. That's gonna be a lot of fun, I'm thinking. It reminds me of those
Nice.
the marvelous pigments. Which
Not
is
even
still my
close.
favorite.
This is
magic item
random.
ever.
The pigments would just be whatever we choose. This is random.
Yeah, which is another like I don't know, shenanigan focused one. We're trying to break into something, you pull an ace of hearts and just like summon an illusion of a red dragon.
Why not?
Exactly. It's gonna be
Cool.
sweet.
So after we do all this, we eat food for an entire day because it's
Well, at
like
some
we're
point
doing
after,
this from like lunchtime to it's like a 12
lunchtime
hour.
until late into the evening.
Yeah.
We'd probably end up going to bed early.
Also,
Yeah.
after a few drinks, Sir Venom would pull out his flute and turn to Riku and be like, "I see you got quite the collection of instruments there. Should we bust out a tune? We haven't gotten to play together yet."
Wait, you can play?
Yeah, Sir Venom, proficient in the pan flute.
Okay. Riku's interested. He'll say, "Let's see what you got," and he'll pull out his lute and begin playing a nice tune.
Well, are you gonna roll for it?
Yeah, I would also have joined in with my
Nice.
much. Oh,
Oof.
I'm real bad.
Oof.
Oh, do
Yeah,
I
you
still
are.
have that guidance up?
You do technically still have that guidance up, yeah.
Damn. Riku's carrying.
So it's a 7.
I mean, Riku, you're literally filling in what should be like mistakes, fuck ups, and like the ruinous performance that Sir Venom is able to provide. You hack it together. And on average, between the two of you, it's a 15. What you are doing, Riku, makes it sound like a half decent song.
Nice.
Carrying.
Who saves
I've
the day once
also-
again?
Sir Venom's also been drinking.
And as you feast and drink and while away the time, I'm gonna say let's go ahead and call it here, unless there's something you guys want to do for the next 10 minutes. Is there anything in particular?
We identified everything, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should have everything at this point, I believe.
Luck blade, staff of power, the plate armor, the icon, the mace, the manual, the deck. I'm guessing that spork is just a spork.
Yes, the spork
All,
is
all the
just
other
a
stuff
spork.
is just like jewelry and such.
Yes.
Massive wealth.
Ooh.
Oh, the alchemy jug. I forgot we got that too.
Very cool item as well.
Instant fortress. Man, we have so much shit.
So just to get some things down on paper on my side, because it helps me plan. Vincent
Yeah.
wants a home.
Yeah, Vincent wants a home base because he's never had one before, and he's eventually going to go shopping to get himself a bow to go. Cause, he's got room
I agree with
to add
having somewhere
magical
to
items.
like a base is probably a good idea. It doesn't have
Okay.
to
And
be
I
here,
would've-
but this
It
was
can
just
be
the
a group
easiest.
one. Yeah, it could be a group one or Vincent wants an individual one, just like
Oh, you want an individual
or-
home.
yeah, he's never had one before. He wants a place to call home, and it does.
Can we crash with you?
Yeah,
We're
all
gonna
gonna
go
crash
mid-size. Yeah, we'll go mid-size house on the lake. So if
All I'm saying is, can we
Riku
at least
wants
crash
to-
with you during the campaign?
yeah, you can.
I mean, if you're buying your
But-
own home, it's coming out of your cut.
Yeah.
So I don't have a cut. I keep being told you guys are buying me a house.
No
so-
one's told you you don't have a cut. We're all gonna sell all
Well,
this
I've
loot
been
and we're
told
gonna
10
divide it 4
times
ways.
that I don't have a cut. It's everybody gets
I'm gonna
everything.
watch the VOD and find when someone told you you're not getting a cut.
It's all like
That
it's
was
group money,
Riku.
but
Literally 10 times. Literally 10 times Riku said that to me
All,
when
all
I
I
said I
said is
wanted to
don't.
buy something.
I only said don't think of it like that because we have so much that really like whatever we can have like whatever
See?
we want.
All the
That
money's
that
getting
was
pooled together and we're dividing it
See
4
what I mean?
ways. That's
Nope,
how
nope.
it's
It's the group one. Nope, nope. Anyway,
no,
watch the VOD. I've been
then
trying to
that
get my
means
cut this whole time.
it can't be just your house though. If it's group money,
all
then
right.
it's gotta
No,
be
but
all
I'm
of
I'll
it.
being
take
sarcastic.
the
I've been trying to
I'll
get
take
my
the
cut
plate
this
armor
whole
as my
time.
cut.
Anyway, I'm just putting
It's
it out
gonna
there
be-
that Vinny
yeah.
wanted to get a little fort and then go buy a magic bow. Those were the 2 things I
Okay.
want.
So
before we
you
can-
want a magic bow, and you want a home base, mid-sized house, maybe on the Black Lake, something similar to that. Okay.
Bingo.
We can work with that. Is there anything else that Vincent? I mean, I know your backstory. Is there anything else, maybe that you have a goal for at this point besides the house?
The Raven, Were Raven initiation and revenge on that pirate that crossed me over in my backstory.
Sure.
You do have a wish. Just don't forget about that.
I do have a wish on my sword. I don't know what that means though. Isn't it just any spell?
Look up the
It's
spell.
it's just a wish.
I would urge you to say that it is more creative than any spell. That the spells
Is
are
it like an
great.
actual just wish?
Yeah, you should
Like
think
if
of
you
it
had
more
a
like Genie's wish.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna use it the first day I got it.
Okay.
And so there's the rules for wish as well. Okay, cool. Axel, how about
Yeah.
you? I know that you
Um
want to buy a bunch of magic items. I've got that down.
yeah.
I saw that you have that thing about your mentor.
Yeah, and I got my in my backstory there's my sidekick that may or
Glenn?
may not Glenn. Yes, Glenn who
Yep.
may or may not be dead. I don't know what happened to him, so I got to
Yep.
figure out what happened to Glenn. And
Gotcha.
Can help with that if you tell him.
yeah. Well, we've only known each other for like 2 weeks.
I know,
So
I'm just
what
saying.
would you
Yeah,
s-
we haven't got that far.
Yeah.
What would you say the most important thing is to you at this point?
Um, hmm. Probably just making a name for himself, you know.
Okay.
'Cause Axel's lived his entire life in Waterdeep, and like, you know, he wants to see other places, and you know, be cool if people wrote songs about him, how awesome he
All
is.
right. Well, it's good that you have a bard with you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. He'll make a good sidekick.
Sir Venom. I think I have a sneaking suspicion about what your motivations are.
I want to be a pirate. I want a pirate ship, definitely. But that would take the whole group. So if we get there, awesome. I just think a nautical adventure would be sweet. It's
Want to be a
mostly-
pirate to collect memories for the Raven Queen?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
And other than
good.
that, he just wants to like explore, have
Oh.
adventures, collect memories, and he's also here to assist Vincent in his quest to become closer to the Raven Queen and become a were raven. The
Okay.
Raven Queen has taken such a liking to him.
I like the pirating memories. He just said I want to be a pirate because it'll be cool.
No, I thought up a whole backstory reason why Sir Venom
Hey.
wants to be a pirate.
That's
So
good.
when he was young, one of his first memories, his village was raided by undead, and that's how the Raven Queen found him. His parents were killed. They brought him to the Raven Queen's court to raise him as a cleric of the Raven Queen. The only possession that made it to the court with him was a book that his mom used to read him at bedtime that was all about the exploits of a famous pirate. So he's always thought pirates were cool, and he's always wanted to go on a pirate adventure of his own.
Well, that's not getting written down and used at all. Cool. And Riku Jr.
I think he is mostly just wanting to deal with his reconcile these things that happened in his past. like his mom and his dad, and then also the new things that have come to light with his potential heritage here, where he might be part tiefling as
Tiefling.
well.
Dude, what if we're long lost brothers?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Reconcile your.
Riku wants to like pick up where he left off on getting on his mom's trail, but I guess now that we're in Neverwinter, he's strongly considering checking in on his dad since we're here and his family. But
Okay.
that's basically where his head's at, and then he just wants to help his friends out with what they're doing.
Okay.
Motivation for some cool songs.
There's one thing that we've not talked about, and it would be Van Richten and Casimir and Irina. Irina wishes to strike out on her own. We'll start there. Irina would like to strike out on her own. She has been given a certain amount of money from you to be able to do that. She talks about potentially joining a caravan and working as a guard and healer for the caravan, like a merchant's caravan, because that way she could travel up and down the Sword Coast and she could see as much as possible. The other option is
Cool.
if you do get a ship, she would love to join you on your ship at some point.
I think a ship. I think a ship is definitely in the cards if we're considering going to Waterdeep. Like, once we square away whatever we're doing here. I mean, that's definitely in the cards.
figured.
I want a ship so bad.
I
Do you remember
figured.
our
Go to the
first?
islands and then to Waterdeep.
Do you guys remember our first campaign? The session when we were on the boat and we got attacked by that the frog hemoth or whatever. That was
Yep.
that was one of my favorite sessions, and I want to do that for a whole pirate adventure.
I figured we'd leave, let Irina do whatever she wants, and then maybe like meet up with her at some point in the future, as opposed
Yeah.
to like
Because Rico is sending, we can talk to any of these guys.
yeah.
Some
I
point.
don't want to, because I feel like if we kept her around, it would just be to have her be our bless, like just
Bless
so we have
machine.
like bless like someone to do bless when it's like I want.
I mean,
yeah.
I kind of love that because then I don't have to cast bless.
But the
Let her
motivation
lose for
behind it
now.
is just like, oh, Irina, just cast
Oh.
bless for us every time, because that's
No,
I
let her
understand.
lose, and if
Like,
she wants to join up with us later, we can get her.
yeah,
All for
Yeah,
her.
you can
Once
always
we get
reach
a
out to
ship,
her
we
and
can call her.
Yeah.
exactly.
put up the bat
Okay.
signal.
We get teleportation circles now, so
So she'll probably head off on her own venture then, by the sound of it. You guys are unsure where she's going to go. She's unsure where she's going to go. She's simply going to
Casimir,
sign up.
we give a cold shoulder to. We don't even want to know where he's at. We kind of
As for which one?
Casimir, I always joked like Casimir. We never liked him.
Well, funny enough,
He just was
Casimir
always around.
and Rudolph Van Richten are actually going to work as a pair. Rudolph would like to head to Candlekeep.
Okay.
And this is where things might get interesting or tense. He would request to take the book with him to Candlekeep.
Which book would he
Hmm.
like? One of our 500 books?
No.
No.
The
The
book.
book.
The book that killed Uriel.
Ah,
Do we know what that book is yet? Because it killed Uriel, but it also let Danica transform or become or whatever the Raven Queen.
Riku is like, I understand what you're trying to do, but I don't know if you and him alone are strong enough to protect the forces of evil that might try take it between here and there.
Did we
You
ever
could
find out
always-
what the book was?
You could always take
between-
me there, is what he says.
Escort mission?
That's true.
Would it
He wants to go
require a
to
boat?
Candlekeep.
Where's Candlekeep?
Yeah, because Riku's very intrigued about the idea of going to Candlekeep as well.
Candlekeep is very far away from Neverwinter. It is on
Yeah.
the southern coast of the Sword Coast, even further south than Baldur's Gate.
Oh,
Yeah, further
okay.
than we were before.
So
Let me,
a perfect a pirate
yeah.
adventure's worth of time.
It would be, I mean, if it was a month on foot from the far hills to Baldur's Gate. So let me pull that back up and I can give you.
That's like 3 pirate adventures worth of time.
Yeah, we're talking like a month, right? Or sorry, we're talking like 3 months or like 6 months or something,
Even by boat?
even by boat. Because if you go like this, like that's 1 month, roughly. A second month is going to be, well, maybe not actually, maybe 2 months.
We can also, if it's closer, we can teleport to Moray and then go from
Get a
there.
boat from there.
Get a boat from there and just that looks pretty close.
I'm thinking 2 months to Candlekeep.
I mean, 2 months isn't like. How long did it
So
take
what?
people to cross the
How
Atlantic?
much?
That was
How
like a
much
long
for
time, right?
Riku's?
Yeah.
I mean, how much for Sir Venom's idea? If we teleported to the islands, then went straight across.
I mean, it's still going to be a month plus,
1
would be
month,
my
right?
guess.
And it's
Yeah.
still a coin toss to like if we could even procure a ship there. Like here, we know we definitely could. Like
Yeah,
Rico would have enough connections to pull that
Yeah.
off.
I mean, like, if we can't get one in Moray, it'll take us 10 minutes to teleport back to Neverwinter.
It doesn't take 10 minutes. I
The
only get those once a day.
teleportation circle?
Yeah, it's a 5th level spell.
Yeah, well, we would have to use my teleportation circle to get to Moray.
Oh,
then-
you're saying because you can do it too.
Yeah, because you can't get to Moray with yours.
Oh,
That's where mine goes.
So
true,
he could
There go-
teleport us to Moray. Try to get a boat. If we strike out, you just teleport us back.
true. Okay,
That was his idea, but
I understand now.
I
Yeah, I
don't know.
get it.
We can table
We
that.
got
and
options,
decide
you
if
know.
that's our next
Yeah.
mission. I like that it's an option.
It's
I don't
probably
mind
probably
it.
is easier to buy a boat in Neverwinter.
Yeah. We'll weigh our options.
And then
I
we
think we
can
got to
build
figure
a
out
crew.
what the hell we're gonna do with all our loot. And Van Richten, the book that was this original. What started this, right?
Yeah.
So-
Just to be clear as well with teleportation circle, Sir Venom, you now have Neverwinter memorized. You were
Oh,
able to
sweet.
study it for a minute, so you're all good.
Sweet. But in that
Um,
book, did we like we don't know what it is yet, do we? Like we
You
know it
don't.
killed Uriel. We know it let. And was Danica? Was she like always the Raven Queen, just stuck as a human, or did we witness like the birth of a new Raven Queen?
The one person who could make any sort of Arcana check or History check or Religion check would be you, Sir Venom. If you would like, you may make one check. Choose one of
Yeah, I
those.
totally got the impression that Danica is a new Raven Queen. Like there
Definitely
had
saw
to
like
be
the
Raven
birth of
Queens
her.
before her.
25 Arcana.
Okay. The concept of the Raven Queen has existed for quite a long time. What you believe occurred would be a new incarnation of the Raven Queen that Danica Mardukov took on. And her soul is now in place of whatever previous soul existed in the form of the Raven Queen, allowing that soul and its memories to be absorbed in the same cycle as all other memories and souls that she presides over. And
So
it was
the
simply
Raven Queen that raised and trained Sir Venom is
The different
like
one,
the
yeah.
same but different. It's the Raven
exactly
Queen, but it's like Danica's Raven Queen.
exactly. And
Okay.
part of the reason as to why you were sent forward is because your Raven Queen has moved on.
We weren't. So look, the other thing to consider. Look, Daggerford wasn't even that far from Waterdeep. So if we ended up going to Waterdeep, we wouldn't be far off from Daggerford, where it all started.
Oh,
wanted
the,
to-
Waterdeep's on the way to
oh, you
Candlekeep as
mean
well.
to avenge our casino people? To go visit our casino
Yeah. See what's
people?
going on with the,
Eh,
the
So it
the
kind of
first
sounds
mission.
like if we got a pirate ship, we'd be able to hit up Waterdeep and Daggerford and Candlekeep and have pirate
And the
adventures.
and visit
For
the island.
the
that we
record,
want to check out.
a pirate ship is just a ship.
Yeah, we're
Ours
just letting
ours
him
is a
just let
pirate
him
ship.
call it a
keep calling
pirate ship.
Ours is a
Just
pirate
let
ship.
him call it a pirate ship.
We're good guys. We're
But
not
yes,
pirates.
we all know that it's a
Okay.
regular ship, but let him call it a pirate ship.
Okay.
No, it's
amazing.
a pirate ship. Screw you guys. Sir Venom is going to design the flag himself. It's going to be a pirate ship.
Oh, we're gonna fly the Raven Queen flag.
Oh yeah, we are. I'm gonna like
We'll
change.
tell
My Raven
Rictavio.
familiar is gonna switch to a seagull
We
Or
should
go a
tell
parrot.
Rictavio our tentative plan
Raven.
will probably be to get a ship and then make our way down the Sword Coast.
Okay,
And
so
we,
like,
we prefer to go with him than let him go alone because that seems like not safe.
okay, he's down for that. Irina would come along as part of crew if you would like her
Okay.
to.
Yeah. We would let her know, and maybe
Okay.
it won't happen right away. You know, we have a little bit of we
You have
got
some
a couple
shopping
things
to
to
do,
figure out.
right?
Yeah, things to figure out first.
Okay, so she would maybe just do like a local caravan then instead, and maybe if you
Yeah.
leave without her at
In a
first, you or
1 month,
something
like in a
like
month, we want to leave.
We could always link up because, like I said, I have sending. We could tell her like when we're leaving, and like we could link up on the way and pick her up or something.
she's willing to try for that.
If she took like a caravan down to Waterdeep, we could meet her there.
That's exactly what I'm saying. You know.
Okay.
We're good. Figure it out.
So the general plan, she's going to go off and do her own thing. Rictavio and Casimir will hold tight. You have some things to do in Waterdeep, including shopping, talking to Sir Kensington.
Winter water deep.
Gotcha. Sorry, Neverwinter. Anything else? Anything else I'm
I'm gonna
missing?
prep for next week at Waterdeep.
Next week in Neverwinter.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Next week, I know that's what I meant too. Next week in Neverwinter. Okay, shopping trip. Talk to a few folk, including Riku's family. Axel, I could have things ready for you. I think I'm good. Okay, so this is where the campaign gets, I don't want to say harder for me, but it's where I have to try to ask you these things towards the end of each session to get ideas about what's going to happen next, especially when we're so open-ended like this in this moment.
Yeah.
We're
I was
not Barovia
thinking
no more.
like if you had to like not railroad us, but like ease us into another adventure, but like don't you not tell us which one it is. I think that'd be kind of funny. Because usually
I-
like we start an adventure and it's like we all figure out what we want to play and then we're playing
Know
it.
the name of it.
It'd be funny to just like all of a sudden we're in an adventure and we don't even know like we
Gotcha.
don't even know what's going on.
Gotcha. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
would
don't mind
say,
not choosing either, if
I-
that's an option either.
yeah, I would say that, we're not going to leave these characters at all.
Yeah.
We are, in my mind, we still have like 50 sessions with these guys. You have completed Act 1, which was Curse of Strahd. Act 2, I think, and I don't mind telling you this because I think it gives you purpose, is that it's focused on your characters.
Okay.
It is the story of your characters and what you're doing in the world and your personhood in the world. And so that's why I've asked some of these questions around like, what are your motivations and stuff. I think that is Act 2. Act 3 will be something else, or it will grow partially out of Act 2 and be combined with Act 1 on some level. You have a single hook to follow if you so wish, and that would be to bring Rictavio to Candlekeep, Rictavio and Casimir Velikov to Candlekeep, and you have a lot of personal stuff to pull on as threads if you want to follow those threads. So I think we got a lot of things to work with at this point. I think I have enough to plan the next session, but the point of me saying that is to simply say like I will need ideas because the last hour I've been able to
Feedback from
spitball.
us.
Yeah, but I've been able so like the entire last hour, like I had no idea you were going to go to Neverwinter, right? There's plenty of resources online for me to just like grab like, here's a tavern, here's a
Yeah.
thing. You're in Neverwinter, you went past these bridges, you are at this place and doing this thing. I can do that every session, but I can plan a little better and give you a little deeper things for your characters in
Yeah.
particular.
Well, I think naturally, I really think the idea of kind of traveling down the coast on a pirate ship now, like fits going back to Axel's place, visiting the casino that screwed us over, like that all fits, and maybe visiting the islands with the Rare Ravens, and that seems like kind of
Who knows? Maybe
a
Riku makes
general
a
cool
connection
thing.
with his mom if she's somewhere along the way, and then
Yeah.
it totally fits in with like full circle. All of us. We can check out things from her
And then if
personal
like
agendas.
shit hits the fan along the way, great.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Good game as always, guys. I know that we're a
Yeah.
few minutes over, so don't want to
Oh,
hold
that's
you
good.
too long.
Oh, no worries.
All good.
Word. And you have copious amounts of toys to play with in terms of magic items and gold.
Oh, so
You-
much. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out like who's gonna take what.
Shopping session. Next session.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
That's, I think, at the
everyone put
beginning.
together a shopping list.